The Las Vegas Raiders camp battle is getting spicy. What's good? Welcome everybody in the nation. We will break it down. We will get into more surprises, names that you probably didn't think of, making moves in camp. Like I said, getting a little spicy, a little pushy. Let's break it down. Let's leash it all on Raiders Unleashed.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along,
Crushing the AFC West.
his face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black
Blistering
mustache.
black
He
mustache.
growls as he storms the country,
Arrgh.
big and bold, and the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold.
As we come for some new gold.
Is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Hey, that fire still burns bright here in Las Vegas.
legacies and one future.
Poise,
Talk about commitment to excellence. Just win, baby. Once you're always a Raider. You walk in this building, you can feel it.
It starts with our DNA, ill intent, physicality.
7 memorable decades, 30 Pro Football Hall of Famers, 25 postseason victories, 5 AFL and AFC championships, and 3 Super Bowl titles. Though names, faces, and locations have changed, one constant remains: the unyielding will to win. O'Connell under center, gets the snap, 7-step drop, high, takes the shot, deep down the field, he's got a man open, it's Tucker in stride at the 20, 11 seconds to go, shotgun to O'Connell, backpedaling, lobbing to the end zone, trying to get Adams, makes the grab, touchdown Raiders! O'Connell looking to throw on 2nd and long, pressure up the middle, he's backpedaling, he finds Hooper at the 50, cuts to the middle, 45-40, Hooper running with Surtain, and he's spun down at the 31. 1st and 10 on the 33, pump fakes to the left, takes the shot, deep down the left sideline, open man at the 5 is Myers, catches, walks in, touchdown Raiders! And the final play of the
Touchdown
2023
Raiders! Man, what's good? What's good? Welcome everybody in the nation. Raiders! Man, we getting fired up. The pads are on. It's heating up. Guys getting frustrated. Battles coming in. Guys moving around. All kinds of players moving all kinds of positions. Man, let me get into one in the chat. If you are fired up, if you can't wait for pads to come, for the season to come, for preseason to come against the Seattle Seahawks. Man, how's everybody doing? Let me know. Has anybody been to camp? Has anybody seen any of the live footage? Let me know. Throw your comments in. Again, welcome. Salute everybody. So, let's just get to some news. Chargers news. What? Yeah, Chargers news. Trey Lance starting on Thursday in the Hall of Fame game for the Los Angeles Lightning Bugs. Did anybody know Trey Lance was on the Lightning Bugs? I don't think I did. But who really cares, right? Doesn't have anything to do with us. So, lots of talk going around. The Raiders, they moved practice inside in the air conditioning today, but that did not stop the heat from flowing. Players getting a little chippy, right? Max Crosby has to come to the aid of Jacorian Bennett, who got into it with Shorter. Tight end, they have him listed as a wide receiver. So, yeah, guys getting a little chippy. Offensive line, defensive line, having a little chippy battles out there. Guys pushing and shoving, lots of talking. Man, I'm fired up, dude. I can't wait. I just want to see somebody get out there and hit somebody. And speaking of hitting somebody, Ashton Genty got his welcome to the NFL moment today, from what I understand. A big hit from E-Rob, you know, coming and trying to knock the souls out of people like he's done his whole entire career. I heard it was a pretty good lick, so I haven't seen any film, just from what I heard. But, man, you like to hear that from your, you know, green dot linebacker. Welcome the kid to the NFL. Let him know, bro, you're not going to keep doing this in camp every single day and in practice. Because from what I heard yesterday, the kid was running rampant. No Raheem Mostert in the building. He is having a baby. He's not having a baby, but his wife is in the process of having a baby. So shout out to Raheem Mostert, man. Welcome to the nation, little one. What else is going on, man? What else is going on? Dante Thornton, man. Dante Thornton just continues to shine over and over and over again. The kid is electric. He is an absolute steal and hasn't even played one single game yet. But just from practice, man, this kid is all everybody's talking about. His speed, his size, his hands. You know, he's getting open. He's running routes. He's destroying DBs out there, and I can't wait for him to destroy DBs in the AFC West, man. So let's get into the chat. Chat lives matter. I know I rambled on for a minute. Why can't I get these glasses on? What it do, everybody in the nation. My Green Tree gang in the building. James Firpo couldn't be here. Shout out to you, my guy. I'm at work. What? I'm not at work because I'm a bum, or I'm just on East Coast time. Well, either way, man, I appreciate you being here and spending your, Tuesday night with me and the rest of the nation, man. Again, appreciate you showing love. As always, Hawaiian Candy in the building, part of the Green Tree gang. Unleashed Raider, you know, you part of that crew, right? Salute. How's my day been? It's been full of anxiety and anxiousness. I can't wait for football to start. You know, the 7th of August can't come fast enough, whether it's preseason. I want to see more. Salute Dark, my guy in the building, Rosetown. You know, I want to see more footage. They're not letting them show footage, of course. I mean, you're not going to see anything from any plays. They don't want to give anything away or have anybody keying in on anything. But from the one-on-ones that we've seen, there's been some names. Jordan Meredith, again, just continues to shine. Where is this guy going to be? We'll get into that. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But Charles Grant, what's up with Charles Grant? Has anybody seen a Charles Grant sighting? Does anybody know where Charles Grant is? I have not heard nothing from this man. I have not seen any highlights except for earlier in mini camp when he put a couple guys on their back. But other than that, it's been very silent. Is that for a reason? A good reason? A bad reason? Is he just not showing out? Is there other guys, you know, taking jobs? We'll get into that also. What else we got? Sounds like I have an echo. Fuck. Come on, man. Don't say that. Is it still an echo? Let me know. Craig Brewer, what's good, my guy? Hope all is well. All will be well as soon as football starts. 2 more days we get to see, hopefully, the Chargers get dog walked. You know, everybody would love to see that. What else we got? Catch up to this chat, because you know chat lives matter, man. Chat lives matter. So excited for the season. I'd be more excited if you learn more about football. I'm just kidding. You're getting there. You're working on it. That's what the show's for, right? That's what the show's for. Except for some people probably get irritated me trying to teach them football all the time. Trying to teach it to you. Geo Max in the building. What it do, my guy? Appreciate you popping in. Shout out from Alamino City. Nice. Where's everybody else from? Where's everybody rocking with me today? Shout out to the 10 people in the building. Where are y'all chilling from? Where we go. When you know your offense is going to be good, but your defense is giving them fits, it's going to be a good year. It's hopefully going to be a great year, but I'll settle for good. We've had too many bad. So good is a positive. It's an upside. Rick Rock in the building, dropping in. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute to me and the Silver and Black Nation family. Appreciate you. Rosetown, how's it doing, my guy? Saying Beck looking physical and legit also. Yes, definitely. We talked about it yesterday. Two touchdowns back to back. So, everybody's hyping up Dante Thornton because he's a 4th round pick, and so be it. It should be, right? Jack Kenna in the building. What's good, my guy? The OG. That should be the scenario. That should be the way it goes. How y'all like the DC Oakland background? Had to get some shit talking in here. But yeah, man, Beck's physical. He's a monster. They're talking about putting him on special teams. Speaking of special teams, I know I'm going to get off subject and I'm going to forget the hell I was talking about. Beck. Max Crosby working on the field goal unit. Man, this says a lot. For, we already know Max Crosby's character. We know he's the GOAT, eventually going to be the greatest of all time, go down in history. I believe just because his work ethic, the man just has no quit. We heard Devin White, we'll get into that later on too. Also, we heard Devin White give his speech today, a very heart sentimental speech about, being having a single mom, losing his father. Go check out the video if you haven't. I was going to play it today. I might pull it up. Yeah, I'll pull it up because it's worth watching, man. If you haven't seen it, I'll pull it up here in a minute. So, yeah, Beck is physical. He's strong. They're talking about putting him on special teams. Ashton Genty, let me know how y'all feel about this. Catch and punt returns. That scares the shit out of me. I don't want my 6th round, our 6th round, the Raiders 6th round, whoever, you know what I'm talking about. Man, I don't want this dude out here running kick returns. Like, he needs to be in the backfield, getting all the reps he can back there. Let somebody else do it. Figure it out. Sign somebody if you're not happy. And I know they're just trying to see what everybody's got and, throw smoke screens for everybody that's trying to watch the Raiders practice and see what's going on and where we're at. But, yeah, man, Max Crosby working on the special teams. That says a lot, right? It sends a message to the rest of the team that nobody's above the shield. No matter how much you get paid, no matter what the name says on your back. And, shout out to the GOAT, Max Crosby, dude. Shout out to Max Crosby. And when they talked about special teams coach, also, he said, I'm not putting Max Crosby out there just to get reps and to look good. He said, I'd be a bad coach if I was putting him out there and not plan on using him in the game. Quote. So, he's going to get reps. He's going to get reps on special teams, on field goal unit. It's gonna be nasty. As fast as he gets to the quarterback in the backfield, let me know in the comments, man. How many pump blocks do you think are field goals? How many field goals blocked do you think Max Crosby's gonna have this year? Because if they put him on the end consistently, I gotta say at least 2. Realistically. But let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. My guy Lawrence, what's good? Appreciate you pulling in the building. Pack up, roll up. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Jack Besh is going to be also, they've talked about using him on special teams. His size, his physicality. Special teams has changed a lot. Let's talk about that also. If you didn't see Tom McMahon, our special teams coach, if you don't know who Tom McMahon is, he's our special teams coach. for Hawaiian Candy. Just fuck with you. You know, he spoke a lot about special teams, had a lot of good things to say. Maybe we'll pull that up a little bit too. I don't know. But see how long this lasts and how long I blabble on. But, however, he talked about, you know, special teams and the different it is this year. Last year, you know, you get the ball in the 30 or 35, whatever it is. This year, they've moved it up to the 40-yard line. So, that's huge, right? That's huge. If you down the ball in the end zone, or it goes out of the end zone, or out of bounds, well, out of bounds, you're jacked. But if it goes in the end zone or out of bounds, they start from the 40 flipping yard line, bro. That's absolutely insane. You're just giving them touchdowns. I mean, it's almost impossible to try to stop a team that's starting their first drive on the 40-yard line. We've seen it over the NFL over the years, over and over and over again. So it's going to be huge, right? And he's talked about, you know, it's a lot shorter distance, so it fits a running back a lot more. Why am I stuttering? So it fits a running back situation a lot more. Guys like Dylan Labe, right? Guys like Chris Collier, did he get released? I can't remember. I think so. But, you know, guys like that, guys that are small, fast, that can get a burst, you know, quick burst. You don't want guys like Trey Tucker who are small out there getting hit by, you know, linebackers and safeties, because that's what it's going to be on the line now. There's not going to be a bunch of offensive linemen out there battling each other. It's going to be gunners, guys that are fast, guys that, you know, guys that can get in the backfield. So look out for special teams, man. Special teams is going to be fire this year. And with the speed we have and the weapons we have, and Tom McMahon is the coach, I look for some touchdowns this year. I look for some touchdowns, whether it's, you know, defensive turnovers from guys just getting leveled out there, because we have some hitters, right? Let me get hitters in the chat. Can I get some kind of shit in here? Hitters in the chat. We have some hitters for sure. Guys that are gonna ring bells, right? Lay the wood, if you may. No Christian Wilkins Diddy shit. But yeah, man, so I'm fired up, dude. I'm fired up. I've never been fired up about special teams so much, but I really like the new format. It forces teams, like he said, to have to kick the ball. And you could kick it short in front of the player. You know, a lot of these kicks on these kickoffs now are not going to be long kicks, right? They're going to be short kicks. They're, you know, a lot of hitting the ground, kind of like onside kicks, right? You try to get the ball to bounce, make the guy bounce back up in the air so you can have as much time as you know. I guess you got to wait till he touches the ball, which is another thing. So, you know, they're going to make guys run around. They're not going to kick it right to them. They're going to make the balls hard to catch and make it difficult in the kicking game. And I think it's going to be fun this year. I can't wait to watch. Yes, I'm taking some dabs today. Shout out to you and shout out to the dabs. All right, what else we got? Raiders from my guy Geo Mex in the building. What else we got? That Thornton catch was sick. I mean, a lot of his catches have been... What's going on with this thing? Weird. A lot of his catches have been sick. And yes, if you're talking about the touchdown catch or the diving catch, I don't know which one. But the man is showing that he has hands, right? So far, not a lot of drops. My 2 cents. What's good, man? Appreciate you popping in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm trying to get through this chat fast so I can get to the comments. I just had a migraine, so I'm a little ripped. Nice. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all making me want to smoke. No, it did in the beginning when the video was put. Oh, that was earlier? I'm far. Yeah, how far behind am I? Yoshi, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you in the building also. Raiders. You're going to be saying that a lot today, aren't you? Oregon, Cali, Southern Cali. Damn, we all over the globe. That's what I'm talking about. Raiders all over the globe. I love it. I love it. So my guy Yoshi, Minnesota, Florida, Unleashed Raider. You should hook up with Hawaiian Candy. She's out there somewhere. South Carolina, OG, Chronicles of the Black Hole. Oregon, Greg Brewer. Cali, Dark. Nice. Visiting. Oh, you're visiting your aunt? Nice. Well, tell your aunt I said hello. Is she a Raiders fan? If not, tell her to jump on board, man. Get on this train, because we passing people by. We are passing people by. Kenna with the 916 Sacktown in the building. Geomex San Antone. We are all over. Yes, I love the participation today. Thank you. Thank you. It really helps the channel if you don't know by now. And for anybody that's new, shout out. I'm your host, Raiders Rebel, host of Raiders Unleashed. I appreciate you rocking with me. If you're digging the content, if you're digging the chat, man, tickle the notification button. Not like Christian Wilkins like to tickle feet, but, you know, to tickle it, to turn it on, which I guess kind of doesn't make sense anymore. But so you're notified when I drop videos and I do this shit. Your Nero Cola, nice. A lot of Florida. 707 in the building. 510-209. Nice. I am in the 479. Also the 501 in parts. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Wait, this way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to wear this hat around this time. So you'll probably see me wearing it almost every day, because it's the time of year where people start getting cut. And let me write this down, because I'm going to forget. You know, it's the time of year people start getting cut, and some veterans that have been on the team might not make this team. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, I always got to keep this hat on around this time of year, just for the guys that get let go, that are surprised that we don't want to let go. But man, I appreciate you. Damn, the chat is fired up tonight. I'd rather have Labe or Tucker on them returns. Yes, please. Please. Max not going to play special teams. How much you want to bet on that, Jack Kenna? You want to put money on it? You want to put money on it? Max said he wants to do everything he can. Tom McMahon, I don't think, is going to lie to the nation and say, I'm not putting Max out there just for looks. If he's putting out there, he's going to play him. He's going to use him. He's not saying every down, but there's going to be scenarios where Max is on special teams. Mark my words. He should be resting in those scenarios. I get it 100%. I know he's out there 97% of the time. But from what I hear from a little birdie, they're trying to lower those, you know, those numbers a little bit. Not saying it's going to be 80% like most of the defensive linemen, you know, in the high 80s. It's still going to be in the 90s. But they're trying to lower it a little bit. But I don't know how you could do that if you have him playing on special teams. But again, it's not like he's going to be a special teams guy constantly. It's going to be in certain situations, right? Like the end of a game where, you know, they need a field goal to tie or a field goal to win. You put in a Max Crosby. Absolutely. I'm 100%, you know, down for that shit, right? When the game's on the line, or, you know, you're going into halftime and you don't want them to score, or, you know, a lot of situations. Punt returns, you need the ball back. You're trying to make noise. Put Max out there, man. There's nobody that can get around a tackle faster than Max Crosby. So why not have the biggest threat and a guy that can, especially if he wants to do it. If he wants to do it, I mean, that's even more positive for me. But I feel exactly what you guys are saying. He needs the rest. He already gets way more snaps than anybody in the NFL. Junior Kiro, this is why you ended the live? Yeah, this is why she ended her live. I don't know who you're talking to, but I feel Porter is going to be really good in special teams too. And I'm glad you brought that up, Rosetown, because as you've seen the title, right? These guys are for real. They ain't playing. Dekamarion Richardson, man, a guy I've talked about a lot, right? I thought had a very good year for all the shit he went through. People underestimate the fact that he missed half a camp injured with that hamstring. So he didn't get no grass time, no reps. And then Jacorian Bennett got hurt, and the man was thrown into the fire. Kind of like a lot of players have been thrown into the fire on our team. So there's been some talk, and it's a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk that guys like Jacorian Bennett could possibly be the odd man out. I don't believe that's true. I think that's all, talk, people trying to get clicks, but it's also people that are there in camp that are reporters for this team that say it just feels like he doesn't fit Pete Carroll's system, which I've said a million times. He's not that tall guy. They haven't tried him in the slot. I don't know what the reason is. I've said before that I really think it's because of the injury. They're just nursing him along. But today, everybody was getting 1s, 2s, and 3 snaps and mixing it up. But they're saying the rookie, Darian Porter, is struggling. Is struggling a little bit. Now, I know he's given up some touchdowns. He's given up some passes to Brock Bowers that you really can't say nothing about, in my opinion. Like, this is a young kid that had 1 year at corner in the NFL, and you got a quarterback like Geno Smith and Aiden O'Connell, who are both very accurate and have damn good ball placement. Throwing to Brock Bowers, come on, man, and Dante Thornton with his speed, and Jacoby Myers. So, I think the talk, is just talk, but there's a lot of talk saying Eric Stokes is corner number 1, not corner number 2. Corner number 1 could very well possibly be Eric Stokes because of his experience and, the work he's been putting in camp. He's turning a lot of heads. The coaches see him out there, they're recognizing it, and they've talked about it a little, but they're keeping it on the down low. But from people I've talked to that are in camp, the little birdies in my ear say Eric Stokes could be that number 1 guy. And since the pad come on, it's only been 2 days. Now give Darian Porter a chance. I'm not, I know everybody's going to be like, oh, he's talking shit. Darian Porter's not the starter. It's still up in the air. This team is a competition. It's a good battle right now. And, everybody's in it to win it. Nobody wants that spot taken away. But Dekamarion Richardson, who I did not know was the cousin of Devin White, which is huge, man. You got your older cousin in the building who's been to playoffs, who's been to a Super Bowl, who believes in you more than anybody on that team. I'm sure that's blood. Blood is thicker than water. When you got a guy like Devin White who can push you more than he can push anybody else in the building because you're family, and he knows it's all love. Hopefully he knows it's all love, right? That's going to be huge for Dekamarion Richardson. And since Devin White has been on this team, the kid has been shining. The kid has been out there balling out. And there's a little bit of talk, a little bit of smoke. And where there's smoke, there could be fire. But sometimes the fire department gets there and puts that shit out real quick, puts it into it. So there could be a little smoke around it. But Dekamarion Richardson, in his second year, if he's playing like he is, would be a better bet than putting a guy out there with 1 year experience in Darian Porter. And I know his size, his athleticism, his speed, I get all that. But D-Cam was drafted in the 3rd round, the same round he was drafted in, right? Or was he drafted in the 2nd? Yeah, 3rd round. So, drafted in the same round, right? With way more experience. Dekamarion Richardson, or Dekamarion Richardson, however you want to say his name, D-Cam has a lot more experience at the position. And it would make a lot of sense if it was, D-Cam and Eric Stokes. So do not be surprised. Yeah, I see a lot of people leaving. Shout out. Do not be surprised if it's Eric Stokes and D-Cam out there come day 1. Unless, the kid gets it together. But even if he does get it together, like I said, there could be that scenario where, why not let the guy with a little bit more experience that's doing just as well in camp out there making plays, why not let him rock? Why not roll with that guy? So there's that. But yeah, Porter on special teams is going to be nasty. Jack Besh on special teams in goal line situations in the red zone has been a problem. He's been a problem for our DBs, and he's going to be a problem for everybody's DBs, except for maybe possibly the Denver Broncos and the Steelers. The Steelers, oh my God, have you seen the Steelers? Joey Porter? That team is... Thank goodness we do not play the Steelers again this year, because we play them every single year. But whoever plays against that defense, man, that backfield is special. Jalen Ramsey. Nasty work over there. Nasty work over there. So, again, shout out to everybody in the building. I'm not going to take that as an insult because I'm learning. Man, you know I'm messing with you, so you better not. And yes, man, again, Porter, everybody. Junior, what's good? Go Chief, salute. Salute to you, boo to the Chiefs. That's all I'm saying, bro. God, I'm so far behind in this chat. All right, I'm going to have to pause right here. Fuck the Queefs. Raiders! That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave that up there right here. And I'm going to stop. I can watch this side and watch this side and watch this side. So, you know, we're talking about D-Cam, right? How he's making noise. The coach raved about him today. If you didn't catch the presser, go catch it. I'll probably make a video and put that out. I know I keep saying that. I'm behind on a lot of videos. But, man, this shit is rough with all the other shit going on. So, look for more videos to come out. They're coming. They're coming. I know it's going to be harder when the season starts, so I'm trying to get them before then. But there's a lot of shit that I want to talk about and, you know, bring up and break down that I can't really do it on here live because it just takes too much time and shit. But we will get to that. But as we're talking about, you know, D-Cam possibly taking that spot and Devin White, you know, having your cousin on the team, that's blood, which is, you know, a damn good thing. Like Devin White said, man, I don't want to just, you know, be out there playing with this with this kid, young man. He's like, I want to win with him. I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate, you know, his plays. I want him celebrating with my plays. And he said he ain't looking to give his job up, right? He's not giving his job up easy. And speaking of job, right, we all know that Jamal Adams came in the building and he's taking reps at Devin White's spot, right? So there's a four-way battle. It started out with just E-Rob. It started out with just E-Rob in the building, but now it's grown. It's grown to, you know, four guys that could easily have that green dot, and probably all four play Mike linebacker. I mean, if they really had to. So the depth at linebacker is getting really good. But who's getting cut? Because there's a lot of guys behind him that are really young. So, man, do they rock with the four veterans? Do all four of them make the team? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. Do you feel like all four veterans, Landon Roberts, Jermaine Pratt, Devin White, and now the new guy, Jamal Adams, who is now formerly a linebacker. He is not getting reps in the film room. He is not in the film room with the DBs, with the safeties. Officially a linebacker. Then you got Amari Gaynor, who got cooked so bad that he had to hold on to Ashton Genty's jersey, and Ashton Genty still drug him 10 yards down the field. Yes, Ashton Genty missed the reception. You got to catch those. You got to hold on to them. And another thing, is that going to be a problem? Because you had a guy, 6'3", and Amari Gaynor covering. Could he see the ball, right? Could he see the ball? Did he have a problem locating the ball in the air when you got a guy that close to you, because he was grabbing his jersey, pulled himself, you know, trying to pull himself close to him? But the strength of Genty is amazing. The wiggle that a lot of people want to argue with me and say he doesn't have is way crazier than y'all can even imagine, bro. This kid is LaDainian Tomlinson quick. I'm telling you, it's freakish. It's freakish. He's like 15. My 2 cents. Shout out for the $5 holler, my guy. Raiders 2025. Let's go. Raiders. Appreciate you pulling in the building, my guy. And I got to get a a damn sound for that, because I hate that people disappear. Probably before I get to their shit. But again, shout out. Appreciate you being in here. It fucked me up what I was talking about. So yeah, man, like the linebacker room it's gonna be damn good. And like my guy, my two cents just said, Tommy freaking Eichenberg, still again today getting first team reps at linebacker, at Mike linebacker, from what I heard. So that's a positive sign, right? You got a guy, what, fourth round pick linebacker in his second year, coming in and pushing the veterans like E-Rob. Man, this team, it just looks better every day. Raiders, every single day looks better, man. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed with everybody. But go back to Devin White. Whew, I didn't get sidetracked for once. My memory's getting better with this shit. Going back to Devin White, right? He said he doesn't want to lose that spot. He's not giving it up easy. He knows Jamal Adams from college. They played together in college, which I did not know that. If you did not know that, can I get a 1 in the chat for learning something every day with Raiders Unleashed? But yeah, friendly ties, family ties is starting to be a theme for this Raiders organization. Everybody in this building, somehow, some way or another, there's 2 or 3 guys that have played with each other, that know each other, that are kin to each other. Man, and it's a family that's building a really, really, really tight bond. I thought they were tight last year, and the bond was growing. It's continued to grow. But the bond between these defensive linemen like Adam Butler, Malcolm Kuntz, Crosby, Tyree Wilson, the linebackers that are coming in are already gelling with these guys, and the defensive linemen, they're already have that ESP, which is going to be scary for the rest of the NFL, man. It's going to be scary. But back to Devin White. Devin White, an interception today on Geno Smith and a sack. Yes. The 29-year-old that came into the league the same time as Max Crosby, right? I hear a lot of people and a lot of chats and a lot of content creators saying, these older guys, and me at 50, damn, bro. If y'all thinking 29 and 32 is old, how old are you? How old are the people that watch my chat? Let me know. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to let me know your age. But man, I find that crazy that you're thinking, 29-year-old Devin White, and 27-year-old, Jamal Adams. They're calling these guys Unc already, which is wild. They came into the league, the same time as Max Crosby. So, just don't understand it. One nation for sure. Man, I got some merch coming out. Y'all got to check it out. DM me if you want a sneak peek. You heard Pete once, versatility players are moving everyone around and playing them for their strengths. 100%. And you can't find out what players' strengths are as a new coach if you don't move them around, right? So I find this, not only brilliant, and we know Pete Carroll's brilliant. Absolutely, right? I mean, career speaks for itself. A philosophy teacher at a college at USC, the 1 year he doesn't coach. Ooh, that was warm. Not very good. So, man, it makes a lot of sense, right? And this is one thing that I talked about last year. I was very high on the coaching staff. I'm not going to lie. I was an AP guy. I thought he was really going to change the culture, and he did. He did to an extent, right? We won't get into much of that. But, the culture is different, and I thought, moving guys around was a problem. Playing guys at the right position, having the right personnel, like Amari Gaynor, a guy that, you know, they had him in at defensive end. When they in the preseason, they had him play Mike linebacker against San Francisco the whole entire game. The kid killed it. The man was, you know, destroying people out there in the backfield, making plays, knocking down passes, damn good in coverage. And then they start playing him at end. So all that's changed, right? Pete Carroll and the rest of the staff know where guys should be, and they're starting to learn now that the pads come on in day 2 where these guys, you know, where they can be, where you can put them. Can you move them at 3 positions, 4 positions? A guy like Jordan Meredith is, you know, another guy to use that as an example, right? We know he got a bunch of reps at left guard. He got a bunch of reps at right guard. And now, for the first time in his career, he's never even played center, but now he's playing center. So do they just don't believe in JPJ? Is there a problem there? Do they feel like Jackson Powers Johnson might be better at guard? What is the deal with that? I talked about it yesterday, that I felt, you know, you have to have your backup center, whoever's going to be your backup center, which I don't know why it is not Will Putnam. It's pissing me off. Raiders, if you're listening, come on, just give that kid more reps with the ones, and you'll see. I'm telling you, Will Putnam is a dog. But, you know, having Jordan Meredith come in and fill, it puts questions in my mind. I don't know if it puts questions in y'all mind, but if it does, give me a thumbs up in the chat, because it puts a lot of question in my mind. You know, even the fact that I said, yes, you want, you know, your backup center to have reps with both quarterbacks, Geno and, you know, Aiden O'Connell, just in case something happens to either one of those. You got to have those situations and those scenarios. But to put in a guy that's never played that position just shows the faith and the confidence that they have in Jordan Meredith. And a lot of people are saying, you know, Jordan Meredith might not be a starter just because they're playing him at center. He might be the backup, you know, the backup center, a backup that can play all 3 positions. I just don't feel like that's the case, man. This guy is way too valuable. He was our best graded guard last year in the, you know, 8-9 games he played. The best offensive lineman we had. But not only that we had, but Jordan Meredith was in the top 10. He was 6th overall. 6th overall out of all guards in the NFL. Not just the left side, not just the right side. On both sides was in the top 10 for all guards. So how is this a guy you just moved to center? It doesn't make sense unless there's something else going on. Maybe they feel, like I said, JPJ is better at the guard position, but let me know how y'all feel about it. You know, yesterday I felt, like I said, it was because they wanted to get reps, you know, with the backup and move these guys around and know where these guys fit in. But now it's starting to, you know, it's starting to leave questions in my mind, bro. Kermit won't know what hit him. Keep bitching at the refs. Fuck you, boy. Shout out to my guy, Dark. Yeah, he's not. Kermit is not going to know what hit him. The Adam Butler interview. I know I just keep rambling from next to next, but once I start going through this damn chat, I know I'm way behind. Dark, we went from 99 to 95 on Madden. Who went from 99 to 95? That's horrible. OMG, this lightning is crazy. Shout out to you. Rosetown native, damn, he's regressing. I'm not reading anything into the playing first, second string, and third string. It's all compete all day. You have to put it in there, right? Because if they're not getting any reps on the first team, that tells me that this coaching staff just doesn't have the confidence in there, or they're not making enough flashes, you know, on the second team to get some first team reps. Now, there's been a lot of guys that have been moving around, and Jacorian really hasn't been one of them. A couple of guys have been not really moved around, right? So I think first, second, and third string matters. It matters definitely in camp. If you're not getting any first team reps and they're moving a bunch of guys in and out, constantly trying to find a guy to fill a position, and you're not one of those guys in there, you have to start questioning yourself what you're doing and look in the mirror, right? What the hell? Who is here? Cherry lime gelato. Damn, y'all making me fucking. Tonka! Damn it. She doesn't like sports, Rebel. Well, damn. She's never watched a Raider game, maybe. Maybe just one Raider game might change her mind. You don't know. Just put on some Max Crosby highlights. Changes everybody's mind. I'm just saying. Oregon native in the building, my 2 cents. Appreciate you. Don't we get participation trophies? Yes. You get this. Your name on the screen. Participation trophy. We're gonna have to do something, man. We have to do something. But I don't know how to keep track of that shit. Who participates the most? It doesn't show me on YouTube participation awards. And I can't just give them to everybody. But we got some giveaways coming, man. I was going to do it at 1,500, but it's got to be 2,000 because I need to get to 2,000, man. Help me out. Share it with your homies. I know all of y'all got some kind of Raider fans, football fans. You ain't got to be Raider fans. You could be Chiefs fans, Charger fans, Bronco fans. We love those in here. It's our favorite. But yeah, man. So giveaways coming at 2,000. Guaranteed. Promise. I don't know. I got some shit I was going to show. But that's for the next one. Got all kinds of shit. Hats, shirts. A list of stuff. Most of it giveaways. Put some money on it. That's what I'm talking about. What we put money on? Hold up. I'm down. Whatever we put money on. I'm gonna lose my lunch money. To who? I don't even know what I'm betting on. I forgot. What? Oh, that Max Crosby plays special teams? Come on, man. I will definitely bet on that. If that's what we're talking about. Shit, ain't nobody ever taking my lunch money. You got me fucked up, Rosetown. You got me fucked up. I was the one sticking up for the kids getting their lunch money taken in school. They wasn't taking my shit. She better put it into this. What are we doing? Oh my God, this chat is forever. If Crosby gets hit blindsided on a meaningless play and gets knocked out, there goes $120 million down the drain. Not worth it. Politically stunts. I agree. It's not worth it. But like I said, man, when it comes to that situation where it's all on the line and these guys are kicking a field goal, you could see a Max Crosby out there, I'm telling you. Or a punt situation, right? Like I said, when we need to get the ball back, I could see that. Bay Area Oasis fan, what's good? Appreciate you. First time in the building. Shout out. See you in 2 weeks preseason. Go Niners. Raiders. See you in 2 weeks. That's going to be a fun one. So fun. I can't wait to see where we stand. I can't wait. Playoff games, Super Bowl on the line, maybe otherwise too risky, in your opinion? Okay. So everybody is absolutely against Max Crosby playing special teams but me? Damn. All right, good to know. We're trying to put. Wait, what? Better stop who now? What? Oh, nice. So you know it's near Silver Spring State Park. Oh, Thunder Alley. What are we talking about? What the fuck is going on over there? Somebody trying to break in? Just subscribe to Chronicles of the Black Hole. Nice. Why'd you take so long? You don't want to take my money. Okay, Kenna. Okay. What you got on it? What you got on it? Who's partner? Rebels? Rebels don't have no partner. I am free. I am a free man. Free man. Oh my god, this is so long. Ken, if you want to win the bet, take now. Take yourself time. We're betting that much money? I'm down. I'm down. Raiders Unleashed. I've been doing this for 51 years. This will be good. Who is your favorite acquisition this year? Damn. Y'all gonna have me quiet for a minute, so talk amongst yourself. This year, we got a Landon Roberts, we got Jeremy Chin, we got Pratt, we got Jamal Adams, Devin White, Lonnie Johnson, Eric Stokes, Alex Kappa, Geno Smith. Are rookies count? Do rookies count? Or are we just counting free agents? That's an acquisition, right? Free agent. I don't know if I'm not that intelligent. Face screen, what? Smiley faces. I'm still waiting for Aiden O'Connell to take us to the Super Bowl because Dark promised to get me all the views and all the subs I wanted. So, Aiden O'Connell, can you come through? Gino, help us get most of the way there. Let's work as a team here. I need these subs. And I got to answer this question. Fuck. What was your... Did you answer my question? There's 17 games. I bet you Max gets 8 or less snaps on special teams or less than 1 per game. Wait. What kind of bet is that? What kind of bet is that? You said he wasn't going to play special teams at all. Now it's an 8 game? Damn, I'm just giving points away here. That's not a fair bet. I guarantee you he gets less than 1 a game. I'm saying in situations where it's dire, right? Where it's dire. Or maybe just for fun because he wants to get out there. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know about that, Kenna. You have to let me think about that for a minute. But I'm still thinking about this damn question. My favorite acquisition would be... Damn it, you stumped the shit out of me. There's so many. All right, I'm going to go with a sleeper. Oh, you need to answer the question. Do rookies count, though? Rick, my guy, what's good? Where you been, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you could make it to a live. Missed you in the chats. Okay, so I'm going to answer this 2 ways. If rookies count, it's got to be Ashton Genty. I'm a running back guy. That was my position in high school. That's what, I've always watching football. Marcus Allen is my favorite players of all time. And, of course, Sweetness, the Walter Payton Award, man, is... I hate to say it, but yeah, up there. It's very close between number 1 and number 2. So being a running back guy, man, I have to say Ashton Genty, if that counts as an acquisition. If you're talking just free agents or guys that Pete Carroll's and Chip and Spytek have brought in the building, man, that's hard. That's very hard. But I have to say, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's rough. I'm going to say Jeremy Chin. I think Jeremy Chin makes a big, big difference for this team. And I know he struggled out there. That's why I didn't want to say it. Because he's had a little bit trouble keeping up with those fast dudes in that cover 3 once they get released. So, man, it's either Jeremy Chin or Devin White, bro. Devin White. I really want to see Devin White be a full-time starter. I'm the biggest Amari Gaynor fan. You could even say Stan. I don't know why. I really think this kid has all the potential to be that dude. And he's going to take reps away from him. And it sucks. But Devin White, man, I've always liked Devin White. He's always had that, dog mentality. Just a chill, laid-back dude that on the field, flips a switch. And from what he said today, him talking today, he's been down in the dumps. He's back. He told Pete Carroll he was bought in today. He's like, man, I'm bought in. And Pete Carroll said the way he said it, he meant it. So if that's the case, I think Devin White could end up being one of the biggest acquisitions for this team. I mean, like, he's got Super Bowl experience. He's got playoff experience, lots of it. And he can still cover. He can still get sideline to sideline. He's still out there making plays. He's stepping in front of, big-time players to make interceptions. So I'm going to have to go Devin White, man. I'm going to go Devin White. Yes, both on the defense. And I hope both of them shine the hell out. Jack, because Niner 8s will jump ship if you do. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Yeah, Stokes locked one of those DV spots for show. Yeah, that's... And I said, my roster prediction was he was going to be number 2. And that Darian Porter was going to be that number 1 guy. Which was a bold prediction. But that's just knowing that, if anybody's willing to start a rookie that's, that's raw like that, that's green like that, it's Pete Carroll. And if there's anybody that I believe has the character and the mindset just from listening to the guy talk and from the way people talk about him, it's Darian Porter. So I really thought, and I still kind of feel he's going to be, a starter. But the day one scenario, isn't looking good. And Stokes is the veteran in the room, right? He is a former first-round pick. And if he could be the best guy out there, then damn, it's looking good for us. Looking good for us. I'm there with who? Face orange biting nails. I'm taking that as an emoji. I'm not here with anybody. It's just me and my lonesome. Raiders fans, what's your prediction on the record? Max 6 wins for you? I got us 12-5, man. I got us 12-5. That was my prediction a month and a half ago, and I'm gonna rock with it. Every day it's looking better and better. I feel more and more confident in it. I wasn't very confident when I said it. It was a feeling I had, and I was like, damn, this is going to be a wild, wild-ass take. But it can also end up being a hot-ass take. I say the Donkeys' defense is stout, no-fly zone. Man, I don't think any defense is going to be stout enough for Geno Smith and this offense. I really don't. The way they're looking out there, and I know they haven't played against any other teams, but you're going to see it against Seattle. You're going to see it against the Niners fan that popped up and didn't stay long. If he's still in here, yeah, see you in 2 weeks. you're going to see it, man. You're going to see this offense without Geno. You're going to see it from Aiden O'Connell and Cam Miller. And Cam Miller is going to look like the golden boy. People are going to be like, oh, that's quarterback number 2. Mark my words. Somebody write this shit down. Raider Rebel said, through the preseason, you're going to see Cam Miller look so damn good that it's going to be talk of him being second quarterback. Why? Because this offense is going to be fire, and the weapons they have, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You're going to see these young guys and some of the, elderly guys that was brought up again, Zamir White, by the coach. When he asked about who's impressing you out there, he said quietly Zamir White. He's the biggest, most physical, running back we have. He's running hard. He's running solid, which I made a comment yesterday. From everything I seen out there, it looked like he was even trying. Like, he looked slow to me. Looked like his first step, didn't have a lot of burst. Running through the bags, running through the sleds with the arms and shit. So, man, I don't know, but we'll see. This offense is gonna cook under Chip Kelly, and they've been showing it, the last 2 days, but they've been sneakily, like a sneaky link, progressively showing it in every video I've seen. Right, the offensive line, the little clips that you see with the passes for little shorts that Raiders have been putting out. Look like they're holding up, they look like they're doing their 111, and the speed from Dante Thornton it's every single practice. The man is 1-2 touchdowns, sometimes 3. And Jack Besh the same thing from Aiden O'Connell. So you got Aiden O'Connell throwing touchdowns to Trey Tucker, to Jack Besh, somebody else. The fuck is his name? The other tight end, Cunyon. The hell is his name? Caught a touchdown from Cam Ward in the red zone. So everybody's eating out there, bro. Everybody's eating. Cam Ward looking good against first and second team defense out there with our projected maybe 4th tight end if they keep 4, or maybe a practice squad guy, or maybe a guy who's released who has a lot of talent and athleticism, off the chains. So I don't think there's a lot of defenses really that are going to be ready for the Las Vegas Raiders. I have a very strong feeling the teams are going to take us lightly. They're not going to predict us to come out and be as close-knit of a unit, to be all put together like we are, to everybody be on the same page. And that's just an attribute to this coaching staff, to Pete Carroll, to Chip Kelly, who, you don't hear much about, but you see him out there, making noise, coaching these guys up. You see every one of these coaches constantly taking guys to the side. Hey, come here, let me show you a better way to do that. Hey, come here, try this. The teaching is it's not like school on Sunday, no class. It's a lot of teaching going on, right? And you're going to get that from Pete Carroll, who was just last year teaching a class as a philosopher at USC, right? He's not only teaching the NFL, he's not only teaching, guys how to play in the NFL, the speed in the NFL. He's teaching them character. He's teaching them life lessons. He's teaching them, how to become men for these young guys. Pete Carroll is teaching these guys, way more than just football, and it's showing. It shows every single day, and it's impressing the hell out of me. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat if y'all are impressed like I am, please? So, yeah, as far as that goes, the Donkeys' defense is nasty, bro. It's nasty. But I just feel like our offense has something for everybody. Michael Mayer out there killing it. 12 personnel, 13 personnel. This team is going to be unstoppable, man. If this O-line comes together and they put the right people out there, look out. I'm telling you, look out. Look out. Lover, there's a tsunami warning in Kona. Damn, get out of Kona, G. Run. Jack, we'll put that to the test. What are we putting to the test? Junior, are you interested in the AFC West chat tomorrow night, 9:40 p.m. Wild Wild West show? I told you, Kenna. I'll be the Kansas City Chief, dude. I ain't wearing red. I'm gonna wear Raiders shit, but I'll be the Kansas City host. I know just as much about their team as everybody else does that follow does their shit, because I have to. 12-5, yes, 12-5. Wow, I know it's a wow. That wasn't the point, really. It wasn't the point. It got a lot more reaction than I thought, but you know, damn, Eichenberg on the rise. Holy shit, you guys gotta stop talking. 34-0. What? 34-0. We 3 years in. What's that? How many years is that? I don't know. 2? I can't do math. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 3 years undefeated. Let's just gas this team up. Gas it up. Junior, there's an odd choice for the team. Second guessing the kid grew up in Sandy. I don't know. Kenna, it's not for me. Loyal fans only exist with Raider Nation. Preach that truth, my guy Geo Mex. Let's go. Even Andy Reid is worried about Pete. Imagine how Harbaugh is feeling right now. Yeah, facts. That's 100% facts, my guy. Dark's talking, preaching truth also. Everybody's worried about the Raiders. The talk of the town. The talk of the NFL. The talk of Twitter. The talk of everything, bro. Right now, the Raiders are hot, bro. They're viral on everything. Everybody cannot get the Raiders out of their mouth. I'm telling you. Everybody right now has a mouthful of Raiders. Silver and black. Some ain't liking it. Some are loving it. But everybody's talking about Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's constantly talking about compete, compete, compete. And if you want to see the flyest compete shirt you ever seen, DM me. DM me. I was born in San Diego. I can't read all that. I'm sorry. Nice that I knew you were a lover. What? Chiefs fans are only loyal to Taylor Swift. Yes, I love it. You look in your 30s, Candy. Yes, she does. Shout out to Dark for being a gentleman. She does look very, very young for her age. And Dark, 21 in the building. Nice. Nice. Holy shit. I'm that far behind in this chat. Alright, some of y'all shit's gonna get skipped. Because I gotta continue with the show. Billy D in the building. What's good? Appreciate you. Alright, man. I'll get back to some of these in a minute. I don't think I went too far. My guy Rick's in here. I don't think anybody else pulled in. Alright. Oh, Pigs in the building. Damn. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Rick received a member. Damn it. Who gifted members? Now I can't skip. Fuck. Butler is a proud dude. I expect for him to teach these young dudes the best of his ability. Shout out to my guy Pigs, man. Welcome. Appreciate you pulling up. Always dropping knowledge on the Raiders every time you come in here. And, preaching that truth talk again, man. I talked about it. Go back and watch the video I did from last year. I said Adam Butler is pissed off. What did he say today? He's pissed off. He was pissed off last year. He's still a little pissed off, right? I did a video on Adam Butler and why he deserved to be the starter last year and get, first, second, and third down reps. Antonio Pierce didn't see it that way. The coaching staff, Patrick Graham, didn't see it that way last year, or the year before. And last year, it lit a fire under his ass, and it's lighting a fire under him this year. Like, he's a 10-year veteran that still has, what do you have? 5 sacks the year before for us, 6 sacks last year. So he's improved 1 sack per year. You know, just got a bag. He's happy he's getting that money. You know, he's finally, you know, getting paid what he's worth, in my opinion. So Adam Butler's going to be a problem. And, you know, one of my favorite players on the team just because of his work ethic. One of Max Crosby's favorite players on the team. You know, one of his best friends. This defensive line unit is tight. And he's talked about Tonka Hemingway. He talked about J.J. Pegues. He talked about Tank Booker or Butler. Tank Booker. Draw a blank. But yeah, man. So shout out to you for the comment. And shout out to Adam Butler. I'm so glad this man is on the team. Gifted 1 membership. Oh, shout out to Unleashed Raider. Appreciate you. Why does it say gifted 1, but there's a whole bunch? Pigs, welcome to the Unleashed family. Unleashed Raider. Oh, you're the one that gifted. Never mind. Rick, my guy, welcome to the family. Finally. Welcome to the family. How long will you keep it and become members? Well, that's up to you. But shout out for gifted members. My guy OG is now a member. Welcome to the Green Tree family, the Raider Unleashed family gang, whatever you want to call it, all the above. We got 20,000 names here. Welcome. Dog is celebrating the memberships. Yeah, she's giving y'all a shout out. Tonka, one more shout out. Oh, she's not listening. Just a whine, that's all y'all get. Appreciate you always showing love to the channel. I appreciate it. You know it means the world to me. It means the world to everybody in here. My dog woke your dog up. I apologize. I hope your dog, tell your dog I'm sorry. Give it a kiss on the forehead for me. No Diddy shit. It's a joke. Alright, man. Got so much more to talk about. I got to get through this chat because y'all are killing it. I'm just speed reading. If it's something I gotta comment on, then I will. She is cold. She's very cold. Very, very cold. The scrimmage will be shut down in an hour because of flights. What? What does that mean? No, don't shut down those scrimmages. No. For the giveaways, I want free trial and 1 for the paid one. You want a free trial to the channel? If I could gift you one personally, then I would. I could send you the money. I could send you the money so you could become a member. That would be a free trial. I don't know. Oh, you talking to her? Well, damn. She should give you a free trial just for being a Raiders fan. Alright, I'm almost caught up. Don't you laugh at Aiden. Aiden's still killing it out there. Pete Carroll talked to him about him again today. There's been a couple people that said, reports I read that said, it was Paul Gutierrez. Matter of fact, Paul Gutierrez said Aiden O'Connell, why he's looking like the starter out there, running the offense, being more vocal, is still the backup. But it's not hard to mistake thinking that Aiden O'Connell is the starter out there with the way he's been playing throughout camp. Not exactly quote, but pretty much quote. So, Paul Gutierrez, man, not a big Aiden O'Connell fan. He never really didn't give him much praise over the last year or two. Says a lot. Man, oh man, there are a ton of hype this year. It is. Your YouTube channel will crash if you start giving away stuff, Candy. What? I'm not giving shit away then. Can't crash my channel. Pete Carroll spoke highly of Aiden O'Connell this afternoon. Don't understand the hate on him. Preach that truth, my guy, my 2 cents. They just, it's just hate, bro. You know what it is? You know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's the same thing that ChatGPT does. It's the same thing that AI is doing. It's brainwashing people. People like Chat Sports that constantly say Aiden O'Connell will never be nothing but a backup. And every single video that he does is subliminal messaging. It's brainwashing. And all the people that watch that shit constantly, it's on everything. Every little post that I see that pops up has to mention Aiden O'Connell. Never be nothing but a backup. When you get people constantly saying that in every chat, constantly, people start to believe that shit. People will believe anything you read. I guarantee you. So, Leaky, my guy, what's good? Been a long time since I seen you in here. Him 317, what's good? Appreciate you dropping in. So I think that's just the shit with Aiden O'Connell, man. People would rather believe what they read or hear than to believe what they see. And most people won't take the time to go break down film or don't know how to break down film or how to even start to watch film. You think you just put on a game and you watch the film, but that's not how you watch film, right? Most people are watching the ball. Where's the ball going? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I'm going to laugh. If he does become a starter of this team and y'all got to sit there with your foot in your mouths while he wins us game after game after game after game in this offense, I'm going to love it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to love it. I'm going to be on here rubbing that shit in, talking that shit every single day because it's going to happen, bro. Whenever he gets his chance with this team, come on. Look what he did with the bad teams. Come on. Didn't say Aiden O'Connell. See, yeah, you can't say anything about Aiden O'Connell without everybody going, he's not the starter. He's not the starter. Didn't say Aiden O'Connell's the starter. Haven't said it one time. Gino is the man. Hating on the best quarterback too is ridiculous, right? That's all facts. All facts. Couldn't have said it better myself. Agree on Amari Gainer. Holy shit, I'm so far behind. Oh my gosh. How much chat is in here, bro? I apologize. A bunch of y'all shit is just getting slept on. So what do you do? Billy D in the building. How's life treating you, my guy? Appreciate you popping in. Stay a while. Convert with the chat. The Raiders became relevant in the 2000s. Everyone tried claiming Raiders. Facts. I mean, it happened in 83 too, right? It happened in 83. There was a big movement. They moved to Los Angeles, and I hate to say it, but because of NWA, like every gang, every team, every sport, every little high school team or Pee Wee team was trying to be Raiders teams. It just swept the country, bro. It went from NWA to all over the planet pretty much. And I know they weren't in the 80s, but I'm just saying from the LA days, it went crazy. Once they won a Super Bowl, people jump on bandwagons. I mean, look at the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Look how many fans they gained once they got Patrick Mahomes and won a Super Bowl. Yes, most of them are little, 5, 6, 7-year-old girls that love Taylor Swift, but they have a massive fan base. I love the fact DCam has been impressing. Lots of reps. Said, cut, keep grinding DCam, right? Keep grinding. What I do? Rebel Unleashed gifted. Appreciate you gifting the membership. Shout out to you. Shout out to him. Raiders. Who's this babe in the chat? I don't know. She's kind of hot, huh? She is Hawaiian Candy / Tatted Raiderette Hawaiian ASMR slash I don't know slash lots of slashes. Raider Paul in the building. What's good, my guy? Good to see you. AOC sucks. Yeah. You were that one saying Gardner Minshew was the best quarterback and we were going to make it to the playoffs because of garbage Minshew, bro. So your opinion is irrelevant to me. You were also saying, you know, we should draft all these quarterbacks that aren't doing so well in camp, my guy. So appreciate your opinion, but yeah, I'm not taking that shit to the bank. It's funny when people talk trash about Carr, but I liked him. You know, Raider Nation's gonna talk trash on everybody, bro. Like everybody. If you don't win now, if you don't win, you know, 12 games as a quarterback, if you don't rush for 1,500 yards as a running back, if you don't put up 2,000 yards as a wide receiver, if you know, don't have 25 pancake blocks as an offensive lineman and have a 90%, you know, grade, then you're trash to the nation. It's the way it always goes. It's always been. We're the biggest critics, but you know, when you're second worst in the NFL over the last 3 decades in losing, I mean, it's totally understandable, right? It's totally understandable. We, you know, oh, it don't say down there I have a different background, but I mean, our motto is commitment to excellence, right? We haven't showed any commitment to any excellence in, you know, fuck, I don't know how many moons. It's been many moons, right? Decades. So, I mean, it's understandable. It's totally understandable. You're going to hate on players, right? People had expectations, and, you know, not to throw people's names out there, but one guy has said repeatedly over and over why he hates Derek Carr. Because Derek Carr let him down. Because Derek Carr hurt his feelings. Because he thought Derek Carr was going to take us to the playoffs and he threw an interception against the Bengals. You know, there's people like that are in their feelings over players that get way too involved in the players and the name on the back of the jersey and forget about this right here. The shield, wherever it is, right? So, to me, people are gonna hate. I hate all the time. I can't, you know, sit up here and say I never hate on anybody. I hate on a lot of fucking people. To tell you the truth. But that's a Raider fan. That's who we are. That's what we do. And you know, that's why I love the nation. That's why I love y'all. And if y'all don't love me, I don't care. I'm just saying. Fuck yeah. I'm not drinking opium yet. Still have to win games this year. I mean, I don't know. Can you drink opium? But anyways, that's another topic. I mean, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Don't buy in. Don't get your hopes up. Look, everybody in Raider Nation, everybody watching, don't get your hopes up. Do not listen to my predictions. Do not listen to me gassing up the team I love, the team I bleed silver and black for, the team that, you know, I've been a diehard fan my whole entire life and want to see win. Don't listen to my hype. Don't listen to my bullshit because I've just watched this team for 50 years and I feel like this is the best team we've had in maybe ever. I mean, maybe ever that I've seen. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go out and say it. Like there's weapons galore. The coaches is the best we've had since Madden and Flores. I mean, dude, this team is nasty. And it's not the greatest team of all time. Yes, I'm talking a little bit of shit, but you know what I mean. So don't listen to me gas up this team. Don't listen to me gas up this players. Have your own opinion. If you don't have your own opinion, bro, you know, something's wrong. So I'm not here to force my opinion on anybody. I'm not here to say Aiden O'Connell should be the starter or will be the starter. I'm here to give you my opinion, how I feel, and you're more than welcome to be in this chat and rock with that opinion, or you're more than welcome to be like, man, fuck this dude, you know, I don't like what he says or what he's about, and not, you know, not be with the channel for anybody, not you, not personally. I'm just saying as people. So you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like, don't jump on the bandwagon and don't. I mean, point fingers, please. Point the fingers. If I'm wrong, and guys like Geo Mex that believes, hey, we're gonna be 12-5 too. Shit, please. I'll take all the heat when if we're not even close. But it is what it is. Please come back in here and say, bro, remember that 12-5 prediction? Remember you said Aiden O'Connell was good and he got in and on this team and didn't do shit. Bro, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give me all the smoke you got. However, if they are the team I keep gassing them up to be, just remember who was the first one gassing up this team when everybody said we might be 6 games, 7 games, 8 games. Now they kind of jumped to maybe 9 games. Could win 10 and be in the playoffs. Some are creeping to the 11-12 mark. Some people got us going 17-0. Like I thought I was crazy. Could happen, bro. It could happen. Anything could happen on the planet. So, yeah, don't drink the opium. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't sip the water. Don't do any of that shit. Don't do any of it. I'm fine with that. Again, just a Raider fan, not a professional, not a reporter, just a guy that does his homework, that grinds for the nation to bring y'all my point of view on shit and tell you what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. And, that's the only reason I do this show. That's it. So I love the people that come in here and rock with me. Shout out to the 18 people rocking with me now. And like I said, man, nobody has to be here. I'm not trying to tell you that this is, set in stone. This team is going to win 12-5 games. Geno Smith is going to throw 42 touchdowns and, 15, 16 interceptions. That's just opinions. I'm not saying that shit is golden, but if it happens, bro, shit, it does. It doesn't mean nothing, right? It just means, damn, this dude had a lucky ass guess, or maybe knows a little bit about football and football players, right? So, yeah, don't sip the Kool-Aid. Don't buy in. Don't get your feelings hurt, because a lot of Raider fans, a lot of NFL fans, a lot of sports fans have feelings. People go on shooting rampages because of teams. People break 75-inch TVs because of team losses. I'm not saying any names, but some people do stupid shit like that. And because of the love for this nation and this fan base. So yeah, man, that's all I'm saying. Like, don't act like I'm forcing shit, or I'm constantly saying the same shit, repetitive and pushing it. It's just how I feel. Again, it's just how I feel. And debating and arguing, how you feel is the best part of this channel, right? I love people saying Aiden O'Connell ain't never gonna be shit but a backup. And he is a backup. And I've never said he should start this year, right? I said Geno Smith with Pete Carroll makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. I remember living in Pomona, California, when Straight Up Compton made his debut on VH1. Straight out of Compton. Yeah. I remember playing those cassette tapes back then, right? Playing the cassette tapes till they snapped. Everybody had Raider gear. And this is gonna be a weird story. Story time with RaidersRebel. The name Rebel should say it all, right? I'm not a sheep. I'm not a follower. I always go against the grain. It's just in my DNA. It's who I am. And being a Raider fan, back then when that shit came out, there was a point where I was almost not going to be a Raider fan just because of how popular it got. Because I've never been that dude that was, in a popularity contest or give a shit what other people think. I wanted to, growing up, I was a punk rocker with a mohawk. Some of y'all can imagine that shit. You probably never even knew that. Who listened to rap music too? So, yeah, imagine that shit. So I've had a mohawk. I had a mohawk just as little as probably 5-10 years ago, just to make a statement, to be that dude, to stand out. It's just who I am. Not to get clicks, or have people looking at me, just because I got that I don't give up attitude, right? Raiders. But yeah, there was a time, man, where it got so popular when NWA started rocking that shit. You started seeing it everywhere. You couldn't wear it to school no more. You know, before that, it was fine. You could wear NFL teams to school. And when NWA came out with that shit, my school instantly was like, no more Raider gear. You can't wear Raider hats. You can't wear Raider shirts, jackets. I was like, but that's the only jacket I got. It's, you know, it's cold outside. It's chilly in the wintertime. Nope, no Raider jackets. So, yeah, there was a time where I almost as a young kid gave up on the Raiders just because of the popularity it gained for NWA. And I don't know why I told that story or if it makes a shit, but Raider time with Raiders Rebel is over. Appreciate the 20 in the building. Damn, I miss back home and aloha. But thank God I didn't give up on this team, man. Thank God I still have, you know, this. Good thing I didn't have it back then. I would have been jacked. But, you know, I'm bought in, bro. I've been bought in my whole life. Ain't going nowhere. But there was a time because of NWA that I almost started following another team. Which I don't even know what team that would have been. Probably the other LA team. One of them. Could be different with this tsunami. Y'all got a tsunami coming to Florida? On the real? Bro, that's and you're on the internet? Fuck you. How far out is it? Hold up, time out. You need to get off the island, bro. Like, you know, the island is just a volcano, and it's not. It could be very easily part of the ocean again. I mean, I'm just saying. You might want to move to higher ground. I know there's higher ground. You get up on top of them big volcano mountains. Get the hell out of there. Jeez Louise. The same player Carr threw the interception to is now on our team, Jermaine Pratt. Yeah, right. You know, maybe that could be a sign or an omen. Maybe he was the stopping force getting us to the playoffs then, and maybe that shifted all the momentum now that he's on the team, and that'll be the driving force getting us to the playoffs and, you know, into the Super Bowl where we should have been that year. Trade AOC for a third. You're wild, bro. You're wild, Raider Paul. I love you, my guy, but come on. First off, nobody's going to give you a third for Aiden O'Connell. He was a 4th-round pick. Yes, his stats are all positive, not too many negatives if you look at his numbers. But I don't think anybody's willing to do that. Now, if he would have played last year, I would probably put left and right nut on it that teams would be willing to give you a 3rd-round pick for Aiden O'Connell if he would have played the whole year last year. But right now, no. Bring you in? You want to try this again? Let's try it again. Where's the link? Hold up. All right. And anybody else wants to come in and talk football, I guess now's the time. Shout out with the $2 holler. Chronicle wants to pull up Raiders Reb. I got it. Let me get through this chat. Oh, hey, I'm to the bottom. Look at the timing, bro. Look at the timing. To the bottom of the chat. Dude wants to pull up. Let's try this again, OG. Please, Lord, work. Please, Lord, work. Please, Lord, work. Let's talk some football. No more me rambling. But until he pops up or till I see the little thingy. Again, Jack Kenna, if you're still in the building, man, climb on up. Oh, Kenna, I don't think you can come on because if you're doing if you're doing it on your phone and not a computer, for some reason it blocks it and you won't be able to show your face, Kenna. I mean, you could come on and not show your face, which everybody wants to see your pretty face, Kenna. Come on. But it's up to you, man. But yeah, more news before, somebody pops in and we get off track. Alex Bachman getting high praise from Coach Pete Carroll, right? Giving him high praise, said he's been out there grinding on special teams. He's making noise. He's one of the first guys in the building. He's grinding out there, putting in that work. I just posted it. Or did it not let me post it? Oh, shit, I didn't hit enter. Fuck it, my bad, bro. Ah, okay, there's the link, I think. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Man, sometimes you gotta hit the little enter button to make shit work. It's there now. See it? Got it? But yeah, Alex Bachman, making noise in the building is OG Chronicles. What's good, my guy?
Hey, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Anyway, I asked you earlier a question because I didn't mean to stump you, brother, about who's your favorite acquisition this year. Mine is a 73-year-old man with Max Crosby energy. That motherfucker ain't running in a damn hamster wheel through the team. Come on, man.
Talk that truth, man. Talk that truth.
That was the best damn acquisition we made this year. I'm glad I got to finally meet you, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, glad to finally meet you. My name's Jim. It's not Raiders Rebel, so officially, but
Daniel, but Phil Villapiano called me OG Jack Daniel when I interviewed him, and when Phil Villapiano gives you a nickname, you don't turn it down.
No, hell no.
Man is a legend.
Yeah.
I got to interview him 3 years ago, and God, I watch that damn thing twice a week still. He's the best damn storyteller in Raiders history, or any history on NFL Network.
When a legend speaks, you gotta listen. So, 100%, man. I agree with that, and especially if he gives you a nickname. How do you not run with that?
Exactly. Let me ask you, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Hold on. They say there's an echo. Let me try to put these headphones on. 1 second.
I plan on doing a paddling trip there later.
Yeah, there's a lot of places to float in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing one in a year and a half here, and in South Carolina, doing the Congaree River, and then I'm going to be paddling in Florida, and then Missouri, Arkansas, and then I'm going to do a Missouri River trip from Montana down to Kansas City, and then I want to do a trip in Montana all the way down the Mississippi River. I got a lot of river trips planned.
No, that's not working. Is there still echo?
Echo.
Somebody said your voice is echoing. Do you have your YouTube open?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm on my headset. The YouTube is closed. I'm on Restream. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start. I had StreamYard for a while, and I paid. When I first started the channel, I paid for the whole year. But then it was
I didn't pay for it at all.
Yeah, I paid for like a dumbass. I paid for the whole year, and I was like, man, I didn't really use it or get. I wasn't going live as much at the time. I was doing more videos, and then when I started doing live, it was time to renew it, and I was like, there's no way I'm paying for that again for a year.
I had the free one, and I did lives for years.
Yeah, the free one's good, but they changed it now to you can't bring people up. They can't come on. Can't bring people up unless you pay for the monthly. So, so I switched to this one, and they got some stuff they need to work on.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of tech difficulties with Restream, but okay, this year, let's talk. If I'm echoing, hey, pretend we're in a cave together, guys. Everybody in the chat, just saying. I've been around doing this for 51 years as a fan. Oh, the dog just watched the Dante catch highlight. He's going nuts like I did. No, the guy looked like a cheetah running past a blur of humans. He was breaking time-space barriers. I have watched our team for so long, for over half a century. Man, these guys look good. For the first time in a long time, we look good. Now, I remember 2016, I thought we looked pretty good. That my brother was a coach who hates the Raiders. Okay. He sent 3 of his players to the NFL. He's a good coach. He was. Good guy. And he said to me, Jesus, this team's going to freaking win the Super Bowl this year. And I was like, wow. Andy talks trash about the Raiders. He's talking good about us. And then after Derek Carr broke his ankle because some dumbass named Jack Del Rio left him in the game too long, my brother called me and went, dude, I'm so sorry. You guys could have had it all. You're not going to do shit without him. And he was right. There's no speakers on my laptop active, Hawaiian Candy.
I think it's mine. Let me pause you for a minute. Let me see if I can figure this out again. I don't know.
Wow. I'm getting paused and I didn't even do Christian Wilkins shit. Christian Diddy Wilkins?
Christian Diddy Wilkins. Okay, this microphone shit.
Hawaiian Candy said it's because you're listening to his voice through your speakers.
Say something.
In a world,
there we go.
Laughter was king. Is that better?
That was like SMR. Yeah. Is there an echo still, y'all? Can you hear now? It was good because
in a land before time.
Right.
Oh God. No. Here's the thing, man. We got a good team. We've got our offense. We know our offense is better, a lot better. But the defense, because, well, Pete Carroll is giving the offense fits. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate us and overlook us. And good.
Exactly what we want. That's what I'm saying. It's
underestimate us.
There's a lot of teams like I think one of the coaches reported that one of the reporters reported that after Christian Wilkins was released, they said that it has to be bigger than that for a team like the Raiders to release Christian Wilkins. Like we're just totally ass, right? Like it must be a bigger problem than that for a team like the Raiders to release him. So. The rest of the team is the NFL sleeps on us, and they think like a lot of Raider fans that have been like I keep saying bitten and are just it's like getting broke up with the ex. They have that wall up right over there. They're not afraid to believe that this team could actually be good, and I think a lot of people just they want to see it first. Which, like I said, I want to see it too. But man, I know it's there. I know I could feel it.
Have you seen the Christian Wilkins films that have been coming out? Okay, when he was at Clemson, tackled a guy and shoved his hand up his butt.
Yeah. Josh
Allen got up and wanted to fist fight him when he grabbed his junk when he tackled him at Buffalo when he was playing against Christian Wilkins at Miami. Christian Wilkins got some Diddy issues, and ain't nobody having it. And so when players go to the coach or they go to their coordinator, they don't go to HR.
Yeah, 100%.
Somebody went to HR, and he wasn't the first person to do so, according to the reports. This guy is
Oh, sorry. Missed this shit.
Christian Wilkins was bringing like baby oil into, the camp. I don't know, man. Like some weirdly, there is a weird stuff. No, he's a freaking like, dude. Go on Grinder and find you a friend, okay? Stop grabbing your freaking teammates.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Trying to tickle people's feet and shit, and then, I seen the pictures posted where he was trying to, kiss Hunter Renfrow back
Right.
when Renfrow was a Raider and he was with Miami. It's the dude doing the splits and just slamming his nuts on the ground, like,
Working and,
oh my, and
okay,
like that's
hey.
that. Yeah, I mean, there's some female tendencies there. I'm sorry, but
Okay,
it's-
but Raheem Mostert just had a baby and Christian Wilkins offered to breastfeed it. No, stop. Go
Wait,
away.
what?
Go the F away. No. Bye.
No, that's the weirdest thing of all, bro. That's absolutely the weirdest thing of all. I didn't hear that shit, but, that's some crazy shit.
Thank you, Hawaiian Candy. Hey, you should do radio. I've heard that my entire life. I've been a telemarketer, and everybody says, "Oh my God, you should be in radio."
Yeah, you have
Now,
that radio
people-
voice for sure.
Yeah, but they don't say that no more. Now they go, "Are you a robot?" Wait, what? Your voice is too perfect. Get the
Right?
fuck out.
Right?
Anyway.
Yeah,
but,
I need to get you to record some promos for me for
dude, I'll do them. I'll charge you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Send me a pizza. No, no, I won't charge you at all.
We will have it door dashed.
There was a guy who I like sailing videos. Also, I'm into the sailing thing a little bit. And there was a guy who tried to do the whole voiceover thing. And he's got a kind of a nasally voice. And I said, dude, hit me up next time. I'll give you a good recording and I won't charge you.
Right?
And I sent it to him by voicemail. And he called back and said, will you record this for me? I'm like, sure, free, no problem. In a world where sailing and navigation is the prime. And I did the whole damn thing. And it was funny. He played it, he used it. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I got no problem doing it.
Yeah, that'd be great. I need to get one of those for the hotline. I've started the mailbag hotline. That'd be perfect.
Hey man, I'll do it, no problem, no charge. Here's the cool part. It would be fun. And
Right?
here's the thing about that. Doing voiceover would become a gynecologist. I don't want that to become work. I like having fun. So I'll never become a gynecologist or a professional chef because I like to cook,
Right?
but I don't want it to become work.
Yeah, don't want to make it a job. He's trying to work for that. He's trying to work
Like
for it.
gynecology, I don't want that to turn into work,
Keep it separate. Hell yeah. So yeah, man. Pete Carroll is, I didn't know coaches counted in that the biggest acquisition this year, but I mean, I gotta agree. I gotta agree 1,000%. There's no bigger acquisition, not only for the Las Vegas Raiders this year, but for the whole entire NFL. Nobody has an acquisition as big as Pete Carroll on their team, in my opinion. I think he is by far the biggest acquisition for any team this year.
We got a 73-year-old man with Max Crosby energy. Okay, when he was in that damn big-ass hamster wheel running across the field and blocking everybody, I was like, holy shit. Now, don't get me wrong. A 73-year-old man has that energy. I see it. My father-in-law, 80 years old, was living in New Hampshire, moving boulders around his yard by hand. He's one of those guys. Goes hiking up mountain. He's one of those guys. And I was like, son of a bitch. He's 20 years older than me, and I do not have that energy.
Do not have that energy, right?
Hell no. I'm 60 years old. And I'm sitting there watching guys like Pete Carroll going, fuck, I should be ashamed. But at the same time, I'm watching them running into the lockers room, and players are trying to by him because they don't want to get beat by him.
Right?
You're in your 20s, and this 73-year-old man's whooping your ass. You better move. You
And
better move.
and you heard him out there tackling people, right? Like he's out there,
And
or seen
wrestling.
him out there. Like today, he was with Sincere McCormick, I think, was running at him. He slapped him in his face, and Sincere did the WWE flop. But it was all good entertainment. He pumping everybody up. His energy is contagious, and you can't be around a guy like that and it not be infectious, right? And it just rubs off on you. Like there's no way that it's like but when somebody's laughing just hysterically, and you can't help but laugh just because they're laughing so hard. Like even if you don't know what the hell they're laughing at, like you just can't help but laugh. So it's infectious. And when you got somebody with that positive of an outlook on everything, like nothing's a problem, everything could be overcome, everything could be handled. He's got a solution for everything, it seems like. And I just keep saying it's scary. It's scary for the NFL. It's scary for the AFC West.
He pins players in wrestling moves. He's got an energy level a 73-year-old man has no business having. But you can tell he's in fucking shape.
Yeah, he's out there throwing footballs, like he's running, running across the field with these guys. Like he's out there grinding, just as much as they are. And I seen somebody make a post that, Pete Carroll just is getting in just as many reps as the players this today, because he's all over the field, he's everywhere. So yeah,
running gunner on Ashton Genty when he's trying to catch freaking kicks and punts. And then running gunner at him, like, goddamn, man. This man, this guy is no joke. He's in great shape. He's got a high energy level, and if you can't keep up, you're cut. You don't belong. You do not belong in the silver and black if you can't keep up with this old man.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it makes the players look bad. It makes the other coaches look bad that are younger, that that aren't coming with that same energy every day, that aren't waking up with that same motivation that Pete has, and it makes it to where like it forces you to, right? If you can't be the one in the building at 5:30, 6 o'clock, or whenever these guys get there, right, moping around, tired. When you see this man that's 74 years old and has been doing it for 74 years, probably every day of his life, he's probably one of those kids, the first day of school and kindergarten and preschool, he's up like 3 hours before you got to go to school. He reminds me of that dude. I think he has, he's probably one of those that was like that his whole life. It just seems like that everything's positive, nothing rattles him, and he loves what he's doing. And when you love what you're doing, man, it that also rubs off on people too, right?
Exactly. I think Hawaiian Candy wants to come in. She's making comments. Yeah, Hawaiian Candy. There's a link. Pop that link back.
Yeah.
Let her come in.
This is not still on there. Here, I'll pop it back.
She's a camper like us.
Right?
I used to do a lot of backpacking in Sequoia. And
nice.
I'm saving up to buy all the gear for the canoe camping stuff. I found the perfect tent. It's called the Crua Hybrid. It's a flat lay hammock, right? You sleep on your side, your back, your front. And it's also, if you can't find trees, it's a freestanding tent. Damn, dude, the thing's only $200.
Damn.
And I watch weather testing and everything else on this thing. It is like one of the cheapest things out there that is super well built. And that's just one big piece of gear. When you're canoe camping, you gotta have a canoe, double paddle when you're paddling in the winds, or you also have to have the right sleeping bag, inflatable mat. You gotta have all cooking gear. You gotta have a bunch of gear,
and it's all got to be small, like small that you can pack well.
Little by little, though, I'm buying stuff. In a year and a half, I'm gonna do my first new channel content canoe camping trip.
Nice.
Then I'm going to start traveling around the U.S. You can rent a canoe where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But then I'll have my what do they call it? Carbon fiber canoe. It'll take a couple of years because them damn things are expensive. But I might, go, hey, let's do a trip in Arkansas.
Hey, I'm down. I'm sure.
Oh, man.
I'm sure Hawaiian Candy would probably come join too.
Well, when I go down to Florida, she's in the Ocala National Forest. I would do one.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of. You might need a trolley motor for that, though.
Well,
I think some of them, there's not much current in some of those. It would take forever. Kind of like the one I was on last week. Man, it was the slowest moving. Like I really thought it was a lot faster. Some parts it was pretty quick, but some parts it was just, man, it was. I worked the whole time. I was dying.
Right, but when you have a dual paddle, you can go against headwinds. And single paddle when you're just cruising down the river and you're going with the current. That's really nice. Yo!
Welcome to the show.
It's Florida Man. Can you hear us?
Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I had to fix my audio. Oh, that is so loud.
Nice.
Why is that so
How
loud
you
in the
doing?
background? Good.
Welcome to
Hi.
the Raiders Unleashed show.
What up?
Yo, my second trip is going to be the Ocala National Forest. You neither?
I'm actually living in the Ocala National Forest.
Okay.
I'm literally like right here, bro. I'm right next to Silver Springs.
Cool.
So, yeah. Hold on. Maybe this is loud. Hold on.
Ow, my ears.
Sorry.
What are you doing over there?
Sorry. It's like super loud. I don't know how to change my loudness on my headphones. Oh my god. I'm overheating. Hold on. I'll be right back. 1 second.
All right. So what do you think? Switch her off for a second. There. So what do you think? Like the differences are this year between last year through the players. Do you see more energy from them rubbing off? Do you see like a more tighter brotherhood, a tighter bond?
Night and day, brother. Like, we're looking at talent we haven't had in such a long time. I watched that Dante Thornton video today. He caught that long ass catch and was blowing past people. He looked like a freaking cheetah running. He was breaking time zone barriers, like gone. Okay. You see Ashton Genty in his balance. You see Besh, now that he has pads on, crashing into people's faces like, yeah, I don't care. I'm catching this ball. I'm going to break your ass. Like,
Right?
different. We haven't seen this in a long time in Raider Nation.
Yeah, we haven't seen it in a very long time, and we haven't seen us hit on the draft like we have. I've talked about that, probably so much that people are tired of hearing it. But the draft is, if just Dante Thornton, junior 4th round pick is already showing if he's a starter, if Jack Besh is in and out of there starting or not starting. And then you got guys like Caleb Rogers, who I was going to talk about. That was part of the show tonight. You know, Caleb Rogers is making a lot of noise. And is she back yet? Yeah. You know,
I'm sorry,
Caleb.
What up?
Tech, every round has not missed.
Yeah. It's looking like that. I think all these players are going to contribute, and you know, for just to hit on 3 or 4 guys in the draft is huge for any team. But you know, for a team that's not rebuilding, you know, that's just retooling, right? We're just adding some more tools to our tool belt, so you know, so we can be efficient. To a team that's doing that, I think when you hit in the draft, like, you know, 3 or 4 players, if you get 3 starters at any draft, that's a damn good draft. And
What up? What
I
up?
believe we're coming out with, you know, probably 5, and you know, maybe all of them eventually. But you know, but by the time it's done, like, all of them are going to play and contribute. I'm sure not all of them are going to be starters, but there's a good chance, you know, that 5 or 6 of these guys in this draft, and you know, 4 or 5 in last year's draft end up, or even more that are still on the team from last year, could all end up, you know, starters or big role contributors on this team.
Well, Coupon Tom got us a couple of guys, but Spytech went like berserk and got us a lot of guys. I cannot look. I'm looking at our team this year, and I was like, "Oh, our floor is 9-8, and our ceiling is 11-6." Now I'm like, our floor is 10-7, and our ceiling's 12-5. We're going to be better, and we're going to be much better and more competitive. Give
Right.
this team one more year. We're not going to be competitive. We're going to be dangerous. We're going to be something to be afraid of. I honestly believe that with this crew, this front office.
I don't wonder. Weird.
Yeah,
It doesn't let me see the chat. It
I
doesn't let me
de-
type.
I definitely believe it too. Like, you know, it's a turning point. It's a turning point. It's a uphill point, and the, like you said, the talent, the depth that we haven't had, the, you know, the amount of quality players, the high character players. Like, you hear, you know, if you go back to last year and the year before, you know, it seemed like some of the interviews, you know, some of the answers and questions were, you know, um, just not as high class and quality of players like we have this year, right? These guys, they're not talking shit. They're not saying, you know, going wild, or, you know, giving predictions. They're just pretty much speaking truth, right? Saying who's grinding, tell, you know, how they feel, how much they're bought in. Everybody talks about how they love Pete Carroll, and I think that's something that, you know, last year they did. A lot of players talked about, you know, the difference of Antonio Pierce, but just the way they talk about Pete Carroll this year just seems so much different to me.
Well, you know what? Realistically, we have
Right.
improved in the front office, and that has trickled down. Hey, Hawaiian, how's your
What up?
feeling on that?
On most of the stuff. Okay, why is it echoing in here? Just,
Turn it down so loud.
Did you need more
I have
plants?
it loud. I just have. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay, sorry. As far as like the coaching staff, I don't really know much about the coaching, just a little bit I've seen on Pete Carroll, and I've just seen a few things on Instagram of like how everybody looks like they're listening to him, how he's, you know, really strict, but not strict, but like he knows his stuff, like the way he talks, he knows his stuff. He doesn't look like he's confused or not knowing what he's doing. Like, and the way they follow him, they look like they're paying attention. They respect him. You know, they're showing initiative more, I think, now than they were with AP, because it seems like I said before, they seemed like AP was more like a buddy and not so much like a coach. And so they didn't really know how to follow him, I think, as much. I think they were kind of all trying to, it felt like they were all going off on their own a little bit last year, and now it feels like they have more structure. They have more, you know, just they're motivated to push themselves this year. They seem like they're all coming together better. They're playing together. They're, you know, the way they're practicing, they're doing that better, and they're just putting in more. They just seem like they have more drive this year.
Well, Pete Carroll has a plan. He's structured. He's been doing this for a long time. The man's 73 years old. So, yeah, they're going to follow that. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He has a plan laid out and a structure which they're not used to.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened in a long time. Okay.
I just think they do look like. I mean, even before Josh McDaniels, who was it before Josh McDaniels? What the hell, John Gruden? You know, even with Gruden, like yes, they followed Gruden and they listened to Gruden, but it just seems like this year they just look like they're working harder and better because they seem like they respect the coach more.
Well,
compared to every other year, and not like as a person, but as a coach. I think they respect him more as a coach compared to the other coaches in the past.
But Pete Carroll's always been known as a player's coach. Okay.
And that's awesome.
When he was in Seattle, because he's really good with defensive players, he created the Legion of Boom, unleashed Marshawn Lynch, Ashton Genty. He had a structure and everything laid out. He dipped out, went to USC, won a national championship with this team. Okay. He knows how to win.
I'm good, Samuel. Sorry.
And that's why we are much more. We have a freaking plan for the first time in years.
Salute, y'all. Oh. Why do I have to have hot flashes like right now? Swear to God.
You're going through that?
Oh yeah, menopause is a fucking bitch.
My wife's going through it.
It is
My
evil.
wife's going through that, and actually, because I had prostate cancer, they had to inject stuff in me.
It's insane.
I had to go through it for 2.5 years.
So you know.
And I'm one of the few men who can say, damn, I understand.
Yeah.
Because of the cancer, they had to inject these time-release caps in my stomach over a 2.5 year period. And that is part of my treatment.
Yeah.
I had to go through it. And my wife goes through it, and I spoil her rotten and make sure the fan's in front of her. Because I'm like, I don't want to get decapitated.
Yeah, no. Yeah, oh my God. When I was living in Hawaii, I started going through it in April and like right around my birthday. And I was like, really? Thanks universe for telling me I'm getting old. But it just, as soon as it kicked in Hawaii, it's all outdoor living where I was at. So there was no air conditioner. It was just the windows and the screens. You're like, please God, just murder me. Murder me.
Let me run outside when it rains for an hour.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, and every man in the chat's going, what the hell? No, my wife's going through that. I went through it for 2.5 years because of the injections I had to take.
On a side note, I gotta show y'all these dabs.
People are talking. You're so rude.
Sorry, I'm ADHD. I'm listening.
Good
I'm listening.
But you're talking to other people in your chat when there's people talking. That is disrespectful, man. Have some class. Thank you.
Don't be a dick. I was trying to respond. I feel like I'm ignoring people when I don't respond.
You could type to them. You could type.
I can't type. It's not giving me the option to type.
You can't respond to them while somebody's
I have no way to type.
Trying to talk. But
I have no way to type.
Continue, OG. Sorry.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. I had to go through it myself.
One of the side effects of cancer treatment was these injections of what they call Eligard, and
is it related to estrogen?
It causes men to go through hot flashes.
Okay.
And I would go back to the VA hospital, and the nurse would go, "Oh, you're on your 4th one. How you liking the hot flashes?" Like, shut the fuck up and give me the goddamn shot. Leave me alone.
You're like, no.
One right now.
You're like, leave me alone.
Yeah, that happens. Certain type of cancers, you have to go through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife goes through it, and we both are sympathetic to each other big time. And when I see that she's going through it, I can tell. I can tell. And I throw the fan on her and just like, hey, just here,
I bet she appreciates that.
get an ice pack.
What a
And
guy! What a guy!
no, you put the ice pack on your core, it cools you down. And
Mhm.
I know when she's going through it, and
Mhm.
she understands. Like, oh shit, he's going through it with me. So we did that. So
Nice.
when I said I understand, she knows. Like, oh yeah, that fucker understands.
That's funny. That's funny. You know,
No, it
another way to
sucks.
cool yourself
Wait,
down.
it's not funny. It
It's funny,
fucking
but it's
sucks.
funny, but it's good that somebody can relate. But no, another way to cool yourself down is your wrists. Like, make sure your wrists are cooled down. It cools your body temperature down.
Your
If you
feet.
shove a cold
Well, your feet too, yeah.
frozen,
But
if you take a towel, throw it in the freezer dry,
Mm.
and then throw it down the front of your shirt, it drops your core temperature so fast. Fuck the wrists. It
Nice.
gets your whole core
Nice.
cooled
Oh.
down.
Your feet are always a good thing too. If you put a cold rag on your feet, especially if you got a fever, it
Oh, yeah.
drops it instantly. Like your feet and your head are the most hottest points. But
Right,
Mhm.
but your hot flash is core. It
So-
spreads from your core. Throw that cold towel down your front of your shirt, and just like everything cools off.
I think Chef sounds like Tony Chef wanted to do that today, working in his shop in
108 degrees.
108 degrees. You should take some advice, get a cold towel, put it down your shirt, my guy.
Right.
You might be in
I've
shock though. Like fucking
I've
after
worked
that.
in hot temperatures outside before, and we would throw our towels in a cooler with ice. The ice would melt, but it would cool the towels down. We'd wrap around our neck, shove the rest down our chest. It would soak our shirts, cool us off. And
It works like humidity.
2 hours later, we were getting our next towel because it
Mhm.
dried out.
Yep. Shit, not even 2 hours. Live in Needles, California, and see what happens. It gets like 125, 130 degrees there in the summer. It's ridiculous.
I
When
worked
I
in
was
I
there, it
worked
was like 121.
I worked in the casinos in Vegas, and on the 50th floor, when it's 120 degrees outside
Oh.
and a dry heat, it was 148 degrees inside some of those rooms.
Yep.
And even with a little, I mean, you couldn't have too big of a fan, but even with the fan blowing in there, it does absolutely nothing when you got steel toe boots, jeans,
Windows.
long sleeves, and a hard hat in 140 something degrees, and they expect you to work 10 hours and produce at the same time.
Yep.
in the Persian Gulf,
Same.
right? 3 months of the summer in the Persian Gulf, 124 degrees, and you're in the Gulf, so the humidity is sick high.
Feels like that here.
There's no relief, nothing.
Mm.
I tried all kinds of crap. It didn't work. I slept under the torpedo tube outside on the ship with my wool blanket under me to cushion me
Oh my god.
to sleep at night, and would wake up covered in, what do they call that, heat rash,
Oh geez. What's a torpedo tube?
where you launch torpedoes out from
Oh
the side
shit.
of a destroyer. I was on a destroyer.
Jeez, that's crazy.
No, what was really crazy is one time in the Persian Gulf, I wasn't on watch. I'm on the fantail of the ship, and all of a sudden I smelled the dust in the air, like something wasn't right. Went up to the
I'm
bridge,
gonna make a dab
Look-
over here. I'm gonna mute this and listen.
looked at the barometer, had dropped 4 points in 30 minutes, according to the last report, and went, have you notified the chief? And the quartermaster on watch said no. So I went and notified the chief. And he came up, looked at it, and said, why didn't you tell me this earlier? I said, I'm not a watch chief. I could just smell the storm. We went to security alert. battened down all the hatches, got everybody inside the skin of the ship, and 6 minutes later, a sandstorm came wiping across Iran and across the Gulf and sandblasted the side of our ship. And
Damn.
you get crazy weather and get a sandstorm in the Persian Gulf is deadly. It will kill people. And the guy who was on watch, who was telling me, oh, wow, I'm smarter than you, got demoted. And I ended up having to stand this last 2 hours watch. It was like, son of a bitch. I tried to help, and here I get stuck doing his work. But we got blasted.
Story of my life.
We got blasted by a sandstorm that swept across the Gulf and hit Bahrain, Dubai, all these other places because it was that powerful. Weather's a bitch.
Yeah, the Mother Nature don't mess around, bro.
No.
Mother Nature. Shout out to my guy. What's about Raph in the building, man? How you feeling?
That's a good
Salute,
one.
Ralph.
Give us one of those.
Joe.
Give us one of those NFL speeches about how good we're gonna be this year, man. Go for it.
Yes, I have 5 minutes because I had a show at 11 p.m. Eastern time. But to be honest, right now, this training camp is built different. We just see a lot of battles, including Jack Beck versus Tonto Darton Jr. But in this, we're getting more focused. We're getting more ready. Forget about all this drama. Forget about Christian Wilkins, because we're gonna build it better. Because it is no time for excuses. It is time to rebuild anything better. Because what happens at about like the last season is over. Because right now it is the revenge season.
Yes.
Better watch out. You better watch out because we got wide receivers coming hot. We got running backs coming in hot. We got quarterbacks. We got Matt Crosby. I mean, what can I say about it? This time is no excuses at all because we're about to beat the fuck out of the competition.
Yes. Let's go. Raph with one of those John Gruden speeches. Let's go.
I remember when Rafucho was a Carolina Panthers fan back in the day, and I brought him over to the dark side.
Oh, so here's your Obi-Wan master over here. Brought you to the dark side, Raph?
Oh yeah, and
That's it.
I remember watching a documentary about him back when he lived in, was it Venezuela? Rafuto.
Exactly.
He was in a documentary about when he lived in Venezuela, and he was dealing with disabilities that you could tell were in the documentary, and now he's a shit-talking fucking mad-ass motherfucker who don't fucking act like he had anything wrong.
Welcome to the nation, my guy.
You had autism, yes? And it was disabling. And I watched that documentary, I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened to this guy? Because this motherfucker don't have them disabilities anymore. He's a shit-talking fucking Raiders jerk. And I love it. That's my little brother right there. That's my brother. Yeah. I protect him.
Raph's like a little brother, too. I love Raph.
If you fuck with Rafa, you fuck with me. That's the way I was.
Be right back.
I got into a chat one night on a channel, and somebody attacked me, and Rafa went after his ass like a fucking rabid pit bull.
Let's go. Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker don't play.
Raph said, don't fuck with the master, Padawan.
No.
Maybe you could fix my...
attacked me being a veteran.
Oh, that's...
Rafa and
that's
Jack
some bullshit.
Kenna went after him like fucking rabid pit bulls, tearing me off the bone. They did not fucking play with this guy. I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Right.
And these guys went after him. And Rafa was like, damn, this dog don't fucking play.
Raph's like a rabid pit bull.
You fuck with OG, you fuck with me. And I always said that. You fuck with Rafa, you fuck with me. We got kinship.
Yeah. I like Raph. I'm always trying to keep him positive over there on X. You know, he always getting in his head, but you know, we get to him. We get to him.
I got a way to fix that. Get off X. It's a damn sewage dump. X is a toxic waste dump. Get away from X. Get away from X. X is trash.
I don't understand it. Everybody's I didn't mean to cut you off, but everybody's says people attack them in the comments and talk shit. I post so much shit on X and I get nothing. I get no replies. I get no comments. I just get views. Like nobody says shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
And I was like, fuck no, I'm out. And I canceled my shit. X is trash. But I'm gonna tell you now, Rafa and I got a kinship. We got a friendship that goes way back, okay? And you fuck with Rafa, you fuck with me. But here's the thing I found out last year. Fuck with me, you fuck with Rafa.
Fuck with Raph too, right?
And he's a pit bull.
Hey, I gotta head out because right now I got a show at 10 p.m. Well, 11 p.m. So salute to y'all. And of course, I got one more thing to say. Do not fuck with the Raider Nation, motherfuckers, because we are everywhere.
I'll be on your show in a minute, Rafa.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Love you, brother.
Y'all go check out Raph. Salute my guy. Appreciate you pulling up, dropping in.
I'm serious. I watched this documentary about him when he was trying to become a sportscaster in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And he could barely talk. He could not address people. Couldn't look them in the eye. Nothing. And I was like, holy shit.
I didn't know this about
now, this motherfucker. He's our motherfucker now. He went to Raider Nation. Fuck you. I found my voice. And I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. If you go and look him up and find the documentary, you're gonna be like, that's not the same guy. Yes, it is. He's changed in a good way. He don't fucking play. He went from someone who could hardly speak to someone who will like kill your ass with violent words.
and his English is getting better too, a lot better.
I love that guy.
A lot better. And shout out to Raph. A lot of people don't know this, but I think he was the first content creator that reached out to me and said, "Hey man, you want to come on my show?" So it was either the first or second. So shout out to Raph for helping me get my name out there. Yeah.
Hey, you want to come on my show?
Yeah, anytime, bro. Anytime.
I'm gonna restart. I'm looking for the right size table to put my stuff on. It's hot here, and I've got 2 air conditioners in the room that I do it in. No AC, so I have the fan on. But it's gonna be me, you, and my buddy Jack Kenna. We do a show called Dos Pendejos in a chat room.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime, let me know. You said you don't.
Both of you on.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You said you don't have.
You and her.
You don't have any.
I don't really know much about football.
God, your thing is loud. Turn that down.
I did. It's not.
Oh, turn your volume down on your headphones.
I don't know how to do that.
You're trying to blow my old ass ears out.
Hold on, 1 second. Let me do my audio.
Her sound is fine.
That's better. That's a little better.
Is that better?
Yeah, if you talk like that, you can't yell.
Oh my God.
You can't get excited.
I can't help that.
Start squirting all over the place.
Hey, if you want to learn Hawaiian, if you want to learn the history of the Raiders, go to my channel and watch the videos.
Yes.
I'm a Raiders historian. I'm a Raiders historian.
That's the problem. Rebel tells me that all the time. Go watch this, go watch that. I'm like, okay. Attention span of a squirrel on Ice Age, and then where's my net? I mean,
I'm just saying.
She is definitely the dog on the Looney Tunes. Squirrel.
If you watch I got a couple videos. One I did 3 years ago. I interviewed the best storyteller in the NFL, which is Phil Villapiano. Old school Raiders stuff, talks about our
Yep.
history. Okay, tells it. We got an exclusive story from him on that video. If you watch, I've interviewed old school Raiders.
Didn't he?
You'll learn about our history.
Yes.
And my videos aren't that long, okay? But you will learn enough to go, oh fuck. I'm on the right.
Well, it wasn't so much that, it was this year I just kind of learned what a intercept, or I mean a 10 yard, or I mean a first down was.
Okay.
So
But-
I'm more so learning just about football in general. I don't understand like positions and stuff like that. So I'm still kind of learning about it. I just got the NFL.com thing, and so I'm trying to slowly like learn. I don't understand like stats and stuff, but the things I do understand is like what I see and how they play and like how I've seen them progress. Like the reason I'm so adamant about Aiden O'Connell is because I see how he started as a rookie when he first came out, because that's when I first started really paying attention to football. And then after that, I seen how much he grew within the first year and how much he started changing and like following Tom Brady and just studying with him and just learning and progressing. And that's why I'm so... I know everybody's like, oh, it's because Rebel, but it's not. I think he should be the starter. I don't think Geno should be the starter. I think Aiden should be the starter because the kid never got the chance in the first place. He should have got the chance last year. He shouldn't have had to wait over Garner. Like, that was shit. If he would have got a chance, he wouldn't have somebody else as a quarterback this year. Aiden would have shown himself. That's my opinion.
He'll get his time.
It'll come.
I want you to go to the
It'll come.
YouTubes and say, teach me about football positions. Simple, right? There's cartoons. They will run you through it in 5 minutes. So
Where?
YouTube.
Just ask for like, teach me about football positions.
Right.
Okay.
And you're going, or football positions.
I should know it because my son played football, but I was just like,
No.
It's
Go
just
to
a
those,
football.
and you will.
But if you see
learn
Christian
little
Wilkins on any of
5-minute
those, do not click on
videos.
it.
They'll have 5-minute videos that will teach you.
So is he really gay? Because like they were saying, well, I was gonna say I don't think he is. Like I
Who
think
knows?
I
Who
think the
knows?
media is just pushing it to make him look bad. Honestly,
Wait.
Christian Wilkins. I'm saying.
What's it matter?
Well,
Yeah,
no, it doesn't
we
matter.
had
But I
a
mean, why
player.
are they pushing it to make it look bad? That's the thing that I hate about the media is whether he's gay or not, that's
Why?
his business. He can enjoy it. But it's the fact that the media is like, oh, now he's like Diddy style. It's like they're just pushing it to make him look bad since they got rid of him, and I don't like that.
We had a player who came out openly gay a few years back.
Carl
There's nothing wrong
Nassib.
with that though. I have a cousin that's gay.
Okay, I got no beef with that.
And then he
Yeah.
got cut, which was bullshit. He was
See,
doing
that's not
was
right.
bullshit.
he was doing
but-
good for us, man. He
But-
was playing his ass off.
But Christian Wilkins is not just gay; he's a predator.
Oh.
When he played for Clemson, there was
Okay,
a
see, that's
video where
different.
he tackled a guy to the ground and then shoved his hand between the guy's ass cheeks. There was a
Oh, that
time
is not okay.
when he played for Miami, tackled their Bills quarterback Josh Allen and grabbed his junk. He's not.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not
okay.
gay.
No,
That is
that's
a
different.
violating
That's
predator.
different.
That's
No,
a
I
predator.
thought they were just pushing it to make it look like he was gay or something. Because
That
all I
is
seen was the
a-
picture of him kissing Hunter Renfro's forehead or some shit.
That's a predator.
Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, that's not.
Look,
no.
we had a guy who was gay, okay, Carl Nassib, who contributes. And
There's
helped
nothing- yeah, there's
found
nothing
the
wrong with
Trevor
anybody being gay.
Foundation. He was okay. I can live with that, but a guy who's a predator.
Yeah,
I
that's
cannot.
different. No, that's different. I did not know he was a predator. I only knew about him kissing kissing fucking Hunter Renfro's head, like the forehead on
Again,
Twitter.
this is all alleged. I mean, a kiss on the forehead.
No,
is
that's
not,
why I thought
Yeah,
they were
but
trying. No, I know, but
okay,
I'm saying the way they were
crazy.
making
Like,
it look is what I'm saying.
Let's throw some disclaimers out
But
there
No,
for
I'm
a
saying they tried to
minute.
make it look like he was
On film, if you're digging another man's ass, or on
Yeah, no,
film,
that's not
grabbing
okay.
another man's film, that's not.
That's a little foo foo unless the other person's enjoying it.
Neither one of them did. They got up and drank.
I don't think he was probably happy. I don't think he was very happy.
You never know. You never know.
A man who violates people is not.
Yeah, no, that's not okay at all.
Well, I mean, like you said, Carl Nassib was on the team. I mean, there was no reports of anything or even anybody knew until he came out. Like, that was his own thing. Like, there's a difference. It's the same thing with men, right? You don't just go hitting on women because you're a man, right? You don't. Same thing with. I mean, they do, but you don't just like go hit on like everybody. Like, it should be the same thing. Like, just because you like men doesn't mean men are gonna like you, right? And not everybody is gay, so like pushing that shit on people, or even if you're not, it's just it's
You never push anything on anyone.
again, it's a shitty situation. And then we seen the video with him sticking his finger up somebody's ass, or grabbing a crotch or whatever. Like, that's freaky shit. It says
I never
a lot.
seen that
And
video, so
like I said, they're saying there's a lot more that will probably surface from other shit. But when a player goes to HR, right, like you said, a player, when they go to HR, that means they probably already went to the coach, or maybe have went to the coach in the past and said something about it and nothing was done about the situation, or maybe they didn't, maybe they just tolerated it, and they felt like if they went to the coach that it would be brought up in the locker room for the players, and the players would know who did it. So I'm thinking maybe they just went to HR and filed a complaint, so it'd be anonymous, right? So nobody would know, which player did it. Because if you tell a coach, it's going to be kind of hard to, you don't want the coach looking at you in a different way if it was just playing around or fun and games, and you don't want the players looking at you different. So it's a shitty situation. But I think what brought the most to light was Adam Butler. When Adam Butler today in his interview, he said, he don't want to speak on it. He don't want to talk on it, which I really don't either. I don't know why we're talking about it. I said last night I wasn't going to talk about it no more until the trial was done and the results were in, right? The verdict was in. But I really feel like, I forgot what I was going to say. I really feel like, with Christian Wilkins that it said, the fuck, I don't even know. I forgot what I was gonna say. But going to HR like that, and it's hard to say if you told a coach or if you didn't tell a coach, or if there was other players involved. But they with them saying that other stuff is going to come out and be released, I think it's going to be stuff that maybe some people don't want to be out there. And was it one player, was it two players, was it a couple players, or because it just seems weird for a kiss on the forehead and
What the fuck? Sorry.
and tickling somebody's feet, which is just weird all around. But it just seems like the whole scenario just is kind of weird, and there has to be more to it. Like, you don't get rid of a guy like that.
I didn't see those
with
videos.
the injury or with not an injury in a situation like that. So it sucks mainly for Christian Wilkins, right? Because now you're all over media, you're all over social media, you're going viral with people, like I've been doing, making comments, and it's disrespectful, right? Because again, it's all alleged and it's all accusations that we don't really know, the truth, but you do see the pictures, like you said, of him reaching down and grabbing somebody's crotch and shit, and that just doesn't look good, bro. It doesn't look good in the NFL. It doesn't look good.
Well, here's the thing, though. Let's be real. If you're gay, none of my business.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Harass people. Fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is don't shove it down people's throat like mainstream media does with the whole gay pride agenda and the LGBTQ or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
bro.
but let's be real.
They
How much
they shove that shit. They push that shit on
they-
people, and I don't think people should do that. Like,
Sorry, one sec. Sorry.
your life.
I don't mean to cut you off, but it's funny that you say that because somebody came on my channel. They're like, what do you think of this side? And I said, listen, I'm not going to sit here and support the LGBTQ, whatever the hell you are. I said, if you're straight, cool. If you're gay, cool. If you want to kiss boys or girls or aliens, that's your business. But you don't need to make a parade about it. You don't see us going around saying, hey, look, we're straight. Like, who the fuck needs to promote it? Like, enjoy your sex life and keep it to yourself. It's not
here's
meant
the thing.
to be. Even in the Bible, it is not meant to be put out there. You're supposed to keep your stuff private. And I know.
Here's the thing about
but
that.
that's different.
Here's the thing. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm just
If
saying
you're
you don't. I
gay,
don't promote it. You know what I mean?
if you're gay, do you affect my life?
No, exactly. So why
None
make
of
a
my
parade about it?
fucking,
Well-
none of my fucking business.
Exactly. That's exactly what I say. It is none of my business what you do in the privacy of your own home or wherever you do it. But you don't need to make a parade about it. You don't see straight people going around going like, oh my God, I'm straight. I need to do this. Why promote it? Like, keep it to yourself.
What's
if you're
the
gay,
Macy?
cool. If you're,
Whoa,
like, it's all
whoa,
now,
whoa.
the whole parades and stuff, it's all just to get attention. It's the whole new teenage or younger generation.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, it's all
mainstream
just
media.
and shit, just promoting it to make it a big deal.
You
Like,
see
if
the
you're gay,
Macy's,
cool.
you see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. every
No,
year,
I
right?
haven't seen it in years.
Okay.
Years, not since I was little.
Okay. Here's the thing. Gay people stay to their own. Trans people stay to their own. They're not
Yeah.
the boogeyman. They're not the monsters.
Nope.
They're not the ones trying to indoctrinate shit.
No, it's the media.
If you
They
want
try
to
to
look
put it
at
on
who's
everybody.
trying to pick up teenage girls, look at the Republican Party.
Oh, yes.
These motherfuckers get busted every week.
Oh, yeah. Political parties are insane.
Right.
They're
And
insane.
why is it you hold the RNC in a certain city and grinder crashes? Oh, because these motherfuckers are all hitting on other men.
You all right there, Rebel?
Their website gets overwhelmed and crashes because the RNC is the party of the perverts.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like, I'm sorry, my senator.
I was just trying to wonder when the wheels fell off this bitch.
My senator,
Right.
Lindsey
Did
Graham.
you just fall over?
Lindsey Graham's
No, I mean this.
my senator. Dude, come out the other side. We won't hate you. You know, where you're at, you're gay as shit. You know it. And you won't fucking...
I have a cousin
Give
that's
gay
gay. I have no problem with
rights
people gay.
because
Like, I
you're
have tons of
so-
friends that are gay. I live in Florida, bro. There's a lot of gay
I
people
have
here.
no
Like, I love
problem
gay
with gay
people.
people.
They're the best shoppers, just so you know. Gay dudes are awesome as shit.
Okay, but the moral of the story is
I was-
no,
whether-
pedophiles are
I was
different.
in the
whether
art
you're
business for 9
whether you're
years.
whether you're gay or you're not gay, you don't touch another man. You don't invade
not
another
unless
man's
they're
space,
asking for it.
or if you're a woman, you don't invade another woman's
You don't
space.
invade
Like, you don't
anybody,
put your
whether
hands.
you're a woman or a
You don't
man.
put your. You shouldn't. It's not a point about being gay or not. It's a respect thing. Like it's trying to bully somebody. If somebody told you don't fucking
Facts.
kiss me, don't tickle my feet, don't fucking put your hands on me, and you're still putting your
Oh,
hands
no,
on
that's
somebody,
definite. That's
it
just
has,
disrespect.
It has no,
Yeah.
It has nothing to
Yeah.
do with their gender or what they believe or their sexual preference. It has to do with respect, and that's a respect thing. Like people in the
1000%.
locker room, are grown men, and if somebody tells you don't touch me, don't put your hands on me, don't play with me, I ain't to be played with, then don't fucking play with me. Like I'm the same way, bro. Like don't be playing with me. But it's. Can we move on from this subject? Because this is not a football
matter.
subject.
Oh, yeah, no. But, no, it's true that
Doesn't
nobody should do
matter
that. Ever.
It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight.
You should never violate another
You
person's
sexually
space.
harass someone,
Yeah, do you,
You are
man?
a
Do you?
fucking
100%.
You should never violate another
not
person's space.
violate other people's rights. You're gay or straight, Do not violate other people's rights.
I'm not sure, Tony Chef. I don't know if Butler spoke on any. I didn't watch anything today either.
Yeah, what you
He
say?
was saying that did Butler speak on something?
Yeah, Butler. Thank you, Chef. Butler talked a lot. He talked a lot about bringing Tonka Hemingway. You know, them constantly asking questions about all the guys. JJ Pegues asking questions. They said a lot of guys, not just on the D line, are looking to him for leadership. He also said that he loves the fact that he's still pissed off from last year not getting to be that third down guy every single play and every snap. He wants to be out there, and he believes he's that guy. He's still pissed off. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's taking a big step being a leader. So man, a big huge step for Adam Butler. And Adam Butler said one of the biggest things that we haven't talked about yet. That was part of the show that's going on for 3 hours. Shout out to everybody still in the building. Those have been with me for this long. For the new people, like, subscribe. We don't always talk about topics like this usually ever, but it came up with people on the show. It is what it is. But I found really, really, really interesting that Adam Butler said, when he was asked what players on the offensive line he's been going against really impress him, and he said, first off, Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ is my guy. He said, that's my dog, and Jordan Meredith. He said, those are the two guys that I like. And he said, but as far as Jackson Powers Johnson goes, he said he sees him being an all-pro guard, one day. Now, I don't know if that was a slip-up, if he meant to say center, or what was going on with that, but I thought that was very telling for Adam Butler to say he thinks JPJ is going to be, a first-team all-pro guard eventually when he plays center. And now Jordan Meredith has been taking, reps at the center position, and JPJ's not even been in there, so hasn't been moved to the guard. He's just been completely out running with the second team. So, a lot of shit Adam Butler said. So go watch it. It was very, very the whole actually all of them. Pete Carroll, everything he said today was fire. A couple things gave me goosebumps, had me fired up. I was, I could listen to Pete Carroll talk forever. I wish I could be a fly on the wall in that locker room. But yeah, Adam Butler has some damn good things to say. It looks like he's fired up. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's ready to go, and he's ready to bring the young guys with him. So, and then he said, if that's all, I'm out. Because after he said JPJ was going to be a damn good guard and an all-pro, he's like, and can I say I have no more further answers, and left. So I don't know if it was a mistake that he said that, because it's kind of weird that him being his guy and saying, like, that's his boy, his buddy, and then saying he's going to be an all-pro guard. Like, do they know something we don't know? Do the Raiders possibly move JPJ back to guard? How do you feel about that, OG?
JPJ is competing right now, and everybody's like, oh, he's going to be the center. Shut up. If there's competition at center and there's somebody better and they got to move him back out to guard, do I have a beef with that? Hell no. Now understand, Adam Butler and Jenkins 2 years ago were the highest scoring defensive linemen in the NFL. And I expect a fumble recovery touchdown from him this year because he set the bar. But realistically, if JPJ gets beat out for the job, I'm taking the better guy.
Right.
And if he doesn't, I'm taking him. I don't care. I want the best guy in every spot.
Bueno, what's good? Yeah, I mean, some people are going to probably hate me for this, and they might even unsubscribe because, the feelings people get in the nation.
Don't worry about it. There's more.
Right? There's more. But, I've said this before, that JPJ, looked very good at guard, and I think next to Colton Miller, I kind of liked what they had going on there. Now he was a better center than Andre James, a way better center even in his first couple games, but he also has that temper and that finish the play that kind of got us a little bit of trouble penalty wise, where even the refs had to go over there and tell the coach, hey, you got to have that man calm down a little bit. So I wouldn't mind JPJ playing at guard, because I think Will Putnam, who was the backup center last year, and if they decide to put my guy Jordan Meredith, at center, I'm down with that too. They're both just as physical. Will Putnam is a dominant center. He has every record there is for center. He played the most games for Clemson in college. There's only one other player that has more snaps than him as a center. He played, both all three positions: guard, right guard, left guard, and center. So I wouldn't mind JPJ, like you said, the best player available. And I think Will Putnam needs more looks with the first team reps to see if he could possibly handle it, because I wouldn't mind, if that was the case, I wouldn't mind seeing some reps out there with Will Putnam at center, with Jackson Powers Johnson as left guard, and Jordan Meredith as right guard, out there with DJ Glaze and Colton Miller. I think that would be a dominating front line, because Will Putnam is I do believe 320 pounds or up there, kind of a bigger guy, 6'2", not too high, 6'2", 3'6", 4", whatever. And then you got Meredith and JPJ on the other side. I think that would be a dangerous offensive line. So like you said, wherever they're better, and I'm not going to panic like most people. I've already seen people saying, JPJ has to be the center, and if he doesn't, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the coaching staff, like they don't know what they're doing and shit. Like, I've already seen that garbage nonsense, and I think, like I said earlier, there's a lot of shit that they try to feed the nation bullshit and get them to buy in what they're, pick up what they're putting down, and it's misleading. But there's nobody that's ever said that JPJ was going to be the starting center. There's a competition at every position. Like I said, the only position that's locked is Max Crosby, and so far Geno Smith. And everything else after that, it's a competition. That's what compete means, right?
Right.
But somebody asked JPJ why should you be the center of this team? And he said, because I'm psycho. But if you put me at guard, I can be a psycho there too.
He's psycho.
But he's been studying and learning from who? Richie Incognito.
Yeah.
A true psycho. He's not gonna be falling away from the team. He'll play one position or another, but he's gonna get freaking psycho. That's good. Unleash him.
Right?
Unleash him.
Yeah, unleash him wherever you can put him. But like I said, I feel comfortable with him playing either guard position, and Meredith or Kappa. I'm not as comfortable with Kappa, but Meredith or some of these guys out there, I'd be totally fine with. So I'm not going to panic, if JPJ is moved to a guard position and not the center position. But if one of our best offensive linemen, Jordan Meredith, right? He was the best offensive lineman we had last year. Like I said before, he was ranked in the top 10, and some people have him top 5 offensive guard in the NFL last year. That's big praises. So if that dude, if they feel like they can move him to center and he's better at that position, I'm all in with whatever Pete Carroll and these coaches decide. I'm not critiquing this year like I have in the past. I've been like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? How come this guy's not playing? This year, I'm staying away from that shit. I think Pete's the captain of this ship, and he knows what the hell he's doing.
Do you think they're going to sign Jack Beck? No, I mean,
they already signed him.
I mean, like in a position?
Yeah, he's done.
Nice.
He signed for 3 years.
Sick.
Let's talk about defensive line.
Max Crosby.
Okay. Let's talk about Tyree.
I don't know very many players.
Tyree Wilson has been out there killing.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about him yesterday and I accidentally
Hey.
said Tyrell.
Tyree is out there killing it. Okay. Let me explain how this works. Your game is won in the trenches. If you got a good offensive line and a good defensive line, everything else is just frosting on the cake. Okay. Tyree's been out there killing it, and everybody's like, oh, wait, where'd he come from? He was injured his first year, thrown in the fire his second year, and had to learn. And this year he's been learning from Max Crosby. He's a dangerous man.
Yeah. Dangerous.
He
man.
is not.
He's a deadly weapon.
If you got your offensive line and defensive line that fucking evil, badass, and deadly,
I know, I'm excited.
You win games. The game is in the trenches. The players outside of that
Hollywood Squares
don't have, and your defensive players don't have to spend as much time covering people. Your offensive players have all the time in the world for deal with covering people.
Okay.
I'm always been a build the offensive and defensive line from free agency to get the skill players in the draft. Just my own philosophy. But we got offensive and defensive.
Hockey is better. Sorry.
Are scary. I really like where we're headed. Oh shit! It's 11:37 here in the East Coast.
You better get to bed.
My ass needs to go to bed.
Better get to bed, OG. Mom's gonna be emailing me and saying you kept him up all night. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Hey, love you, brother. Love you, sister.
Appreciate you, my guy. We gotta do this again.
Yes, sir.
I'm subscribed
Yes.
now. And
Yeah, I will go watch your videos too
hey,
to learn some stuff.
We're gonna. I'm sure we'll talk again, all of us. Love you guys. Hey, everybody in the chat, love you. Because you guys contribute more than anyone else. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Appreciate that.
And
Good night, sir.
Yeah, make sure to email
you guys,
me.
make sure to subscribe to each person's
so
channel.
we can get in touch. I need to fix this. I don't know why you have a line through your face.
I do not know. I think it's because the chat.
It's not the first time you had white on your chin.
Very funny. No, for some odd reason, it wouldn't let me chat on Restream this time. I had to go to YouTube to chat.
I don't know, but man, I love y'all. There's 15 people in here. I hate to get off, but 3 hours into this shit, my ass hurts, my back hurts, and my balls are gonna explode.
You have a good night.
I'm just saying. So appreciate you.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on. We'll do this again. Peace. Man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with your guy this long. Shout out to the 19 people in the building. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, follow. If you like this kind of content, there will be more. There will be more guests. We have some big things in the works before the season is starting. But I'll leave you with this. How good do you really feel this team can possibly be? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know at the end. Come back, comment, rewatch the video. Love y'all. Bless y'all. Stay blessed. Much love. Raiders. Peace. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind and your body. Much love.